Oh, whoops. Let me unmute Arknights. Hello, everybody. Are we winning? We are kind of winning. I did E2. So quick updates since we last rode up. Or since we last streamed, because it has been a hot minute since I've streamed Arknights. My roommates are currently high and watching Northern Light, so you might hear some giggling. We got Zola to E2. I do have a slight issue in that I only have enough EXP to get Shu or Mountain to E2, but not both. So, kinda in a predicament. Just a little bit of a predicament. And the other issue is I don't have enough materials to make this right now. So they might stay at E2 right now. Or E1 right now. E1 Mudrock spotted? Yes. I finally built my Mudrock. And it is really nice, actually.
Wanna go for a stroll?
I'm sorry. I tried my friend's pasta and it had like vinegar, which caused my throat to clog up. Hello, Gorsby. But yeah, so we're in a little bit of predicament. But for now, they will have to stay because okay. I technically have use S2, S3, passive brigade. Yeah, that's the thing. The issue is for Mountain. Oh my god, he's speaking a lot. For Mountain, I have okay, are you done now? Are you done, Mountain? But yeah, for Mountain, I don't have these materials. Meanwhile, for Shu, I have all of the materials ready. So, we probably do Shu. What was the talent improved? 70% HP, grants 10% sanctuary. Because right now it's, what is it at right now? It's at 40 HP per second and 5%. So a 10% damage reduction is actually really nice. And then Season 4 full with at least 3 different classes on the field. Yeah, 12% max HP would be really, really nice. Yeah. And then, unfortunately, I don't have enough Sui operators to really make use of that. Is there a way to determine who's a Sui operator? Yeah, I'm gonna always have 12%, but how do you tell who's a Sui operator? Is it in the dossier? All limited dragons are Sui operators? Oh, okay. A little more selective? Yeah, but it's pretty easy. Yeah, let's... I guess we can E2 Shu today.
So no reason for retaliation. Point your blades.
I was to say, I'm not neglecting my DPS because I got Zole up, so...
Stretch to the horizon.
Nice.
The fragrance of rice spreads from the golden ocean. Day after day, year after year.
Oh, it's a live 2D one too.
Constant work. It finally draws near.
Plus S3 gives... Oh, it does! Healing range expands. Attacks now also heal allied operators. And attack plus 26% with their anti-ground enemies. On sewed tiles. And then just teleport. Yeah. I do need to upgrade the skill. I'm missing these crystalline components, which kind of sucks. I should have picked them up from the event store. I think I did, but I used them for construction. Basic badge. Yeah, so skill rank 5 kind of sucks. I'm simply moving too fast. What did you miss? Nothing much. We progressed and now we have E2 Shu. I have E2 Zola, I have E2 Shu, I have Mudrock, I have E2 Amiya. So we're slowly but surely increasing our E2 array. Probably need to bring Mountain up to E2, and then we'll probably bring Cruise, and then at some point I do need to bring Texas or Puzzle up to E2. Got your first top op yesterday, and it was a guaranteed K-Bay. Oh, that's nice. Yes, Mud. Very lovely. But anyway, let us now begin. I like that there's not even a story for this. We just go straight into R81. In the remote tundra, patrol squads dressed in Black Beetle-like uniforms comb through the remote villages to hunt down the infected. Static roadblock block the movement of Ursa's civilians, and Talulah the fighter can be destroyed by your units. This'll be interesting. Like Mountain? Yeah, I need to get Mountain up to E2. But I'll basically be using S2 anyways. This character, we fight a Pokemon. No longer Arknights, indeed. Who can I get rid of? No Meteor this time. Let's bring Ethan.
The wall moved right before your eyes.
Let's get rid of you.
You're exaggerating. Definitely.
Let's bring Perfumer.
With pleasure.
No Cruise. Let's bring Neural in case I need a double.
I shall protect them from all harm.
Alright, let's give this a shot. Oh, there's Talulah's tower. Oh, it's Chen. So, you're finally here. Huitie. The storm hasn't broken for days. The whole valley's snowed over. The raspberry bushes still haven't budded. It's like spring will never come. We're trapped here, starving, dressed thin, and every silent day we pass waiting for the snow to melt drives us out of our minds. You know, there's something about it all I find odd. We've never once had a smooth time of it. Any better circumstances and they'd go to shit fast the moment I get involved. Maybe it really is like the Lungmanites say. I'm a bad omen. Nothing good comes of being around me. It reminds me of something from a hell a long time ago. I've been thinking how I need to share my thoughts with you in order to find peace. December 14th. Okay, already we're off to a awful start. Oh, I'm on the wrong category on Twitch. Hold on. Give 1 second. There we go. 3rd year without the black snake. A small Ursus hamlet. Talulah, get back here. You can't let them see you like that, for heaven's sake. Don't worry, I'm coming in now. Oh, it's like a Ursus military uniform. And, oh, it's a regular sword. Smile, Lula. Why won't you just take those clothes off? I've said it over and over, they'll bring those damned bugs around. Those big, black, poisonous bugs. One bite and a whole field goes barren. I always wear my normal clothes, don't I? I've only been wearing these lately because I had to be outside. You remember the gentleman who gave me those clothes, don't you? The handsome one. He wouldn't recognize me in anything else. I believe destiny will send him to me again. When that time comes, you and your husband can both live happily ever after. Ah, Talulah, bald-faced liar, that's what you are. What about everything you said before then? Oh, what was it I said before? I've forgotten. It was the same, wasn't it? You said your father gave those clothes as a birthday gift. You said he was robbed blind by some ring-headed foreigner, and you ran off crying, these clothes soaked in his blood. You're all over the place. The time before that was a different story, too. Ah, so I can't keep it straight? Your memory's just wonderful. Don't suck up to me, always talking complete nonsense. I've got a foot in the grave, but look at you, running an old coot like me in circles. Don't you even feel a bit of shame? Ah, I'm sorry. That's wrong of me, really. Wow, so even in here, she's a fucking... She's a liar and a rat. Now, sit down. Don't bother with your clothes, driving me up the wall. Chop chop. Polish off that lunch already. You told me you'd be back at noon, and the sun's almost down. I left the soup on for you, but it's nearly boiled dry now. You might as well be having your supper at this rate. Oh, dear Majesty, how could our little girl turn out this way? Get that down, you. The old man still wants you for something. Oh, that miserable drunk. Where's he run off now? You'll have to find him yourself. Alright, I get it. You grew up so well, but not a single true word comes out of your mouth. Just like all of those sweet-talking youngsters in the city. I nearly got swindled once when I was younger. There's nothing good about them. Enough, I've heard this 100 times. Talking back. Right, here. Oh, come on, take your plate now. And eat your bread, snappity-snap. Don't rush like that, you'll choke. You were all soaked in blood the day you showed up, though. I still get chills thinking about it, Talulah. If you weren't one of those good kids, the old man would have split your head open with a hatchet right good then and there. Who can even tell if someone is good or bad at a single glance? The day you ran here, it was an evening dark as dark was, with all beasts crawling outside. Burden beasts or meat beasts, they never stopped howling. Really made me uneasy. And then that thing you were carrying. What a big knife it was. I've never seen one so big in all my years. That was a sword, not a knife, and don't take it to clear out mountain paths again. That's not what it's for. And by the way, didn't we agree to never speak of that again? I'm getting upset. Whoops, my big mouth. Oh, Emperor above. I won't say a word more, not a single word of it again. Oh, your majesty, forgive old blabbermouth for her careless slip. That's enough. Surely the Emperor is in no place to care. He's living it up just fine in his grand old city, and us? We can't even find potatoes to eat next week. He couldn't do anything for us, even if he wanted to. For that matter, I wonder if you even know who the Emperor is now. How rude. The soup. Are we out of salt? Yes, we ran out a while ago. The salt jar went empty last night. You're just as wasteful as that old man. Eating all our salt. You'll pickle yourselves dead. And Lord knows what in the world you're up to when you leave for days at a time. You come back with nothing. No money, not even a thing to eat. A girl driving this house to ruin. I get it. I'm changing out now. So healthy you are. You ought to be working. Don't bother. I've had a chat with Alina just a minute ago. She'll bring us some salt. Now look at you. Alina is a lot more reliable than you. She likes her studying, she gets her hands-on with her work, and you still can't even sew your own clothes. Damn. We still can't escape being compared to, like, the family friend or, like, the family friend's, like, daughter. To each their own. Eh? What do you mean? Everyone has her own ambitions. So what ambitions have you got? Ought to find someone good, a strong lad and lass. If we leave you to do the work, Moss Oat will be rotting underground before long. Moss oat? What the fuck is moss oat? It's just oats? I haven't slacked once on the yearly farm work. You've only been here how many years? Talulah never falls behind on her work. Please stop scolding her. Alina, you need to help me talk some sense to her, or else she'll keep going on like this, and there's not much wrong with that. Oh, at last, you're here. You're the only one who knows how to quiet her down. So you're all grown up, are you? Think you're noble just because you're draped yourself in some uniform you got from Lord knows where? Small as you are, you put on airs anyway. Where'd you learn that? I have much work to do. You two eat up. If you're hungry, Alina, Talulah. If you don't eat too much, leave some for Alina. Alright. Alright. I'll be fine, ma'am. Thank you. Talulah, I've brought some salt over. The salt merchant will be here next week, so remember to buy some then. Thank you so much, Alina. Without you, she'd be going on for another 20 minutes. I can hear you. Where'd you go this time? Nowhere. Just out for a walk to feel the wind. Right, the landscape painting you wanted. Ah, you actually remembered. Thank you. Thank you a lot, Talulah. This brush type. This isn't by the local painters. The old painter in Shamir only knows hard strokes. I can't imagine him using a feather brush. These soft tips. This was a Night Eye's plumage from before it molted. How the fuck can you distinguish that? Talulah, you went to the city. Can't hide anything from you. Why hide things from me? I'm not gendarmerie or a tax collector. You don't need to know about any of it. It's a danger all around there. And you're in the thick of it then. The deer facing her seemed almost supernatural. The white-haired Draco felt, deep down, that if you didn't want Alina to know what was happening, your best option was to not let those things happen at all. I'm just saying, Alina, you don't need to worry about that. Trouble! There's trouble! What's all the racket about? Storming in without even knocking. I don't know what I'll do if the bolt's broken. The infected patrol unit. The old man brought this rabble on us. What? Talulah, where are you going? Oh, the knife. Alina, don't let her wave that thing around. Uh-oh. Oh, that... Man, that is a menacing villain-like outfit if I've seen one. Gas mask to make sure you don't breathe in any of the random particles. A filter through here. Multiple plate carrier here. Christ. Let me repeat myself, old boy. I could just break your leg and come in all the same. You've already come searching before. What are you here for now? We can't even afford your taxes anymore. What more do you want to wring out of us? This is a routine inspection. We don't care how you try to sweeten the pot this time. We are mandated to inspect every 2 years. If we don't carry this out, then we're all in for the whip. But if you just consent, we can't give anything more anymore. We've got nothing to give. No money, no jewelry, not even any more food. The hell are you going on for? This is a routine inspection. Out of the way. Sir, officer, sir, we've got nothing left to give, honest to heaven. If you need to take something with you, just take me, for God's sake. I said, out of the way. Ugh, my leg. What are you doing? Some girl from somewhere. Hey, your clothes there. Where'd you come from? No farmer could afford to wear those. I'm asking, what are you doing? Huh? Not a step closer. What do you think you're doing? Have you seen your eyes? Don't you look terrifying? Do I see a death wish? Oh, and now we're here. To attack? Oh, motherfucker.
Time to fight? I gotta hide first.
Good scenery here, Doctor.
Oh, that is a lot of units. Okay.
Roger. I have to get serious now.
Oh, it's a roadblock. Oh, Amiya's focusing that. Uh-oh.
Spring breeze, timely rain. Now we sow the grain.
Am I on
Wasn't
S2?
supposed to act,
I am on
but
S2. Oh well.
I'm right here. Everyone believes in me. We're counting on you again today, little apple.
Amiya the box. Oh. Go, Mudrock, I believe.
Here, are you afraid of me?
What is
I
the
wasn't
range on
supposed
this?
to
Does
act,
that doesn't reach
but-
there? Okay.
You guys?
We love boxes here. Yeah. So far it's just... Where is Talulah the fighter?
When chaos abounds, think a single thread can pull the entire net.
I know what you're thinking.
Destroying the box was a mistake? It might have been. Don't worry about it. You're making me worry about it.
Mission accomplished.
No, for now it's just these losers. Huh. No civilians. No fighter either. Interesting. I didn't cut off your hands. Pick yourself up. Don't you dare think this is over. I'll cut out your tongue right here and then. Eek! Fucking grown-ass man going eek. Off he goes. Are you okay? What have you done? Oh god, Talulah, look at what you've done. Talulah, we'll have to transport the village in 2 days. Just look at what You fought a patrolman. There will be hell to pay now. Letting him beat you was even less of an idea. It's getting late and he's on the run. If I kill him now, we'll be long gone by the time the others find his remains. But that wouldn't solve any of our problems. Once the patrol unit regroups, they'd still come looking for us. They might well be out to get revenge on us. And yet you did it. Now what do we do? Calm down. They're looking for infected. They still don't know. Don't know what? They don't know what I'm about to do. Hey, Talulah? It's okay. Come on, I'll walk you back. They don't know that I'm about to commit 500 counts of murder. Your leg there. It will need special attention to heal. Huh. So today is the day you'll start helping me walk. I always thought I was still in good shape myself. Who'd have guessed I couldn't outrun it? Talulah, there's something I need to tell you. Where is it? What is it? Ah, good question. Sorry, I don't remember. Look at me now. Look at my memory. That's some impressive forgetfulness, alright. Damn, motherfucker was like, there's something I need to tell you, and then like 2 seconds later was like, oh, whoopsie. Oh my me. I forgot. Oh, here it is. Law, original law, had behind it, in synonymous form with vengeance, the same original need, the need for violence. City-states made pledges to their people, and used sumptuous lives and stable surroundings to appease them, to let their lifespan serve one man-made purpose, to tame their innate will to subjugate, to teach them to be at ease, to lead them to be weak. Our Majesty is sage, perceptive. A great many city-states will treat strength as a crime, will take deficient courage as a virtue, will regard fear of death as progress. Our Majesty will tear their last semblances from them, make them reflect, make them search themselves. We, as a human race, have always had a kind of thirst flowing through our blood vessels, a thirst to loose our own life force by our actions. That is like some military crap that you would see on like Twitter of someone being like, yeah, we're actually you guys are hella weak because you don't yearn to spill the blood of your enemies. Fairness is not by nature. Fairness is dependent on having the wisdom, the force of will to create it. Our Majesty intends to recover all they need. All this the cities took away and give back to them. New purpose will be declared. Our Majesty will rebuild their thought worn flat by daily life and boredom, and rouse the sanguine courage from within them, bound by deadened ethics for too long. Violence runs our bodies through and through. If we don't allow it to germinate within ourselves, we will become resentful, insignificant, and numb, and thus will incur our own destruction. Those who fear habitually are despicable. If one wants to be alive, they ought to be immersed in the heart of violence. See clearly how so much of ethics is a sham. Understand the barren of our present world. Arknights more like bar fights. Only violence is real, able to be felt. Not punishment, not rule, not the weighing of values and the decorum of appeasement. We will use our fists and weapons to tell them that we are alive, and that we ought to be alive. The right to life is reserved for the living. I do not blame Our Majesty, the Emperor, for the punishment handed down on me. I show contempt, ignorant of the times, for how he spoke of all on his benevolent mind to the masses, for he was loath for his people to all too quickly suffer the pain of violent changes. Even so, I cannot cease to tell the candid truth. I must constantly, continually praise Our Majesty's most profound sight. I can only shout my honesty, I cannot be silent. The reality is we do not want whatever justice, nor do we expect peace. Only the short-sighted, rushing about their own interests, can wallow in peace. What we want is to put to use the violence that surges in our veins, the nature of us aroused by the dawn of our own civilization, the origin of our dauntless struggle and victory. We want to make use of violence. Oh wow, really? Who'd have thought that the rebellion you enacted to destroy the whole city-state, one of the largest ones, was for violence? Wow. Dress it up anyway to make our needs seem sensible, but that is irrelevant. Should we need, we should seek directly. Leave the dressing up to the historians and the champions of morals. They only need justification, while our survival is more justified than any theory. We want to injure people, defeat people, destroy people. And if Ursus reckons this disaster, then we should bring disaster to others, to people beyond Ursus. If they do not stand strong, they should be eliminated. Some are fitter to survive than others and fitter to succeed. Weakness is evil. Strength is sublime. All laws should be founded on the needs of the city's soundest. Our country should not serve the maggots, let alone nurture the numerous ill. May those I despise, those narrow-minded, leisure-seeking subjects, be tried and found forever in the lake of blood. May Our Majesty lead Ursus to eternal prosperity. The last sermon of a heretical sovereign preacher as he walked the gallows, sentenced by the Emperor of Ursus to hang. Damn, that sucks. Imagine dying by hanging. I just realized my thing's not up. There we go. Now you guys get shitty subtitles. Chernobog Core City, Central District. Spies! Ursus spies! They're right here! Tell everyone, they're right here! Kill them, hang them above the connecting floor, crush them against the top of... Jesus Christ! Let's retreat, Rosmontis. They've occupied the entire commercial plaza. This entire block's been sealed off by them now. Rosmontis, let me do this. If we take a diversion, we'll be attacked by Reunion somewhere else. Do a tongue twister, see what the top... I don't know. We'll do that later. Sarkaz. Hey you, eyes on that caster. Watch her. Don't let her try anything. Kill them all already. Quick. Right. Kill them all. Or kill them all. Colombian Victorian. You want to kill me? You're all blind to it. You've all got Ursus chains on your necks. Rosmontis, this isn't worth it. They pretty much lost their minds. Let's move out of this block. Find a different breach point. Bowguns up. Blow it off. Blow her head off. You're like that bunny who was just here. You're like her. Amiya didn't go this way because she didn't want to do things like I do. The hell are you staring like that for? You're an infected. Why are you all staring at me like that? Why is this man so insane? Collaborators, trying to make it home. Like hell. Like bleeding hell. Ursus can't defeat us. We've won. This man has actually lost his goddamn mind. Fire at her. No point. No point. I don't want you to hurt me, so there's nothing you can do. What the hell? What the hell? Keep firing. Keep firing. Blow the whole place up. Brother. Repeating the words do not make it true. Is that a wall? What kind of odds? What kind of... The bolts are all breaking against it. They're breaking. Stop attacking those wall things. It's useless. Just looking at them tells you they won't budge. Call the casters in. The hell do you know? We're attacking her face on. What lack of a patriot does to a motherfucker? Yeah. But before the arrows can reach her, and before the shrapnel can strike her face, they hit something. Some kind of invisible wall or something. Whatever the hell. They just shatter. They can't get in. Stupid goddamn caster. And that's classist. We'll see how long you hold out. How much have you even got? You can't keep this up for long. We'll see how long you hold out. Why? Can you not just hit her? She's not doing a damn thing. The hell's all your ballistas, huh? The hell are your empowered crossbows? Bombard her, blow her to kingdom come, blow her to smithereens, blow her up like all those goddamn Ursus, and make her tonight's stew. My guy, holy shit. This man is not okay. This is the Rosmontis squad. Amiya, we're through to you. Talk her down. You need to talk her down. Rosmontis, listen to the comms. All you uniforms. All you uniforms will hang you. Dry you on the power lines. Let the rod and feathers peck you. This is like Borderlands psycho dialogue. We'll let you know what you get for looking down on us. Looking down on us, beating us, giving us those looks. We'll kill you all. We'll throw you all into an engine. And watch the mincemeat come out. Oh my god. What are you doing? What are you prancing about for? Don't expose your squad's position. Don't waste your breath, goddamn devil. Hard-horn brute. What makes you think you can order me? Reading? Hey, I do not have rocks in my head. Leave me alone. You think you're Talulah? You think you're that undying goddamn beast? Whoopsies! He's already done for. Bang! Dude, this man is actually turning into a Joker. Like he's actually just turning into the Joker. Like what? You're all done for. Us is infected. It'll kill you. Kill a lot of you. Y'all. And the Sarkos kicks the infected straight out of the window. The infected howls, or perhaps it's more of a laugh as he falls from the 7th floor to the ground, and is immediately obliterated by the ballistas. Do it. Bring out the big guns. Kill him dead. Amiya, can you hear me? We're taking the route we agreed. Out. Rosmontis. What are the guerrillas' current movements? By our recon operators' reports, the already assembled guerrillas are currently in Central Main Street, openly attacking other Reunion guards. There's also a few small guerrilla squads opting to retreat instead, and they're scattering across every part of the city. I see. The guerrillas still have other obligations. But our two teams are already too occupied to account for the situation anywhere else in the core city. The longer it takes to break through the blockade, the less time we have left. If the other anti-guerrilla infected are kept pinned down by the guerrillas, we'll be able to reach the command tower much faster. We can't waste this opportunity. I'll leave controlling the overall situation to Rydian and Mantra's judgment. As for controlling the battlefield, I and Rosmontis both need more space to think. But Rosmontis, after we rule out any ambush interference, we'll still guarantee other roundabout routes. But Rosmontis, I think, more or less, can only choose to eliminate obstacles in front of her. More or less. That's how she's already done things. Oh. Dr. Costa was on the mark. We're in one heck of a mess. Reunion has already fallen apart, seeing as their infighting is killing them faster than the guerrilla attacks are. They usually have enough friction of their own, but then Patriot died, and that news blew up and now everything's gone haywire. With all the devastation the whole way here, I'm hard-pressed to say they're that united anymore. Notify the other team members to assemble. Have the casters bring the drones back in. We're going to converge with Rosmontis. Ah, Amiya. Everything's dealt with now. Sorry, Amiya. There had to be a better way we could have done this. It's how I wanted to do it. Damn, Rosmontis, you were bloodthirsty. Negotiations falling through isn't a problem. The way they are, it's impossible to communicate. And they're doing bad things. If I left them alone, they'd just do even more bad things. An entire building. You took an entire building. Did I go too far? No. I've just never been on a mission with you before. Seeing it for myself is a shocker. You really are the ace up Rhodes Island sleeve, our strongest war machine. Amiya, did I say something wrong? Yeah, you did. You dumb motherfucker. The evening before the Core City operation team's departure from the ship. I won't allow it. Dr. Kallstedt, this time I'm gonna have to do it this way. We've gone over this question countless times before, Amiya. Your Originium arts expend your physical strength. This goes even as far as the physiological activity your metabolism requires. Your life is passing. You're not a machine, nor a ship's cannon. You cannot have your parts changed, nor can you be further processed. I know. No, maybe you still don't know. There'd be another memory from far too long ago. I'm not certain how much pressure it would bring about on your body. Every simulation's results is leagues from anything ideal. I can rule out this choice. Now how about this, Dr. Kallstedt? Let me put it this way. This time, I need to do things this way. I'll be taking off one more ring. Amiya, we're going over a form of violence. You have said as much to me. If you didn't want me to stop you here and now, then you wouldn't have asked me to swear it to you. The chairman and I cast these rings together. It was so that no one who came after would easily walk that path again. I'm using them, Dr. Kallstedt. I won't argue for weapons, and I would never say that any kind is better for its ability to kill faster. However, what Miss Teresa left to me was not the same thing at all. Since the very beginning, perhaps they were never designed as weapons. They shouldn't be used to kill anyone. They never should. When they're used, what I think of is who I should save. This is the conclusion I've come to, after years of coexisting with them. Trusting a kind of weapon is not in any way a wise act. If you wish to use them as a surgical tool and not as a lethal weapon, then you must be in control of their blade. A blade is a blade to both the enemy and me, no matter how you use it. Its characteristics will not change. Amiya, they will incise you. Dr. Kallstedt, I'm not afraid. Wounds can heal, but they can leave behind scars, scars that nobody can bear to look at. But I won't give up. Originium has already changed my body in ways you know. Any further wounds, they'd be 1 or 2 wounds, and nothing more. I am not a weapon. Do you need me to bring up another hurtful example? What case? Who can prove that you and I are not a kind of weapon? Who can come to define whether or not we are a kind of a weapon? Can weapons think? Are weapons that can think all the more fearsome? Are weapons with self-awareness automatically no longer a kind of weapon? No, Amiya, I disagree. Even if I know. Fuse are free today in 9 hours? Ooh, you're already grown up. Dude, I can't wait to grab Fuse. I can't stop you. Your decisions are yours to make. Yes, operator, you've misspoken. Have you ever seen such a cute weapon before? no, not that I'm saying Amiya is cuter. So sorry, I can't think of another way to put it. We're people with a full complement of emotions. After this is over, find a chance to apologize to her, okay? Don't, Amiya, it's okay. Let's go together. Modded weapons in CS, not even modded weapons, just like the you know how people like to slap on like the cutesy stickers, like the cat stickers on their guns. Oh wait, Rosmontis, I think I might fall here. I'm going to hold on tight to you. I can't let those guys, those infected, I can't let them hurt you. A little slower. Let's go a little slower, okay? Is she using her stand to move them both? Maybe I shouldn't have said it like that, but Central District. Can you see that, Kallstedt? Or Kallstedt? Ugh. Hertified Sarkaz warrior? Excuse me, sir? No. No come near. I see it. Nobody with even normal eyesight could ignore this sort of phenomenon. Do you still remember the special infected you came across back in Lungman? The infected reunion boy who can induce mutation within other infected organs. I remember. Ugh. Mephisto's heard. Even the devils. Don't forward anymore. Inside. What are you? We need to lay our defenses forward. The rebels have almost fought their way out here. God damn it, Mephisto, what are you thinking? If we detoured, they wouldn't attack us. Nothing but pain. Wait a minute. Wait a moment. What are you doing? Pain. Let go of me. Let go. All units, we're moving back. Keep cover. We're changing entranceways after that. Something bad's already happened. Mephisto, what the fuck did you do? One originate Prime. Tutorial 18. Learn how to evacuate civilians from conflict zones. Static roadblock can block the movement of Ursa civilians, and Talulah the fighter can be destroyed by your units. Ursa civilian life points will be deducted by 1 when killed by an enemy. I just have Blaze. Oh, you're a civilian. Oh, wow, he's really chasing. Wow, you're an asshole. Today's training is focused on evacuating civilians from a combat zone. Civilians are easy targets for collateral damage. Survey the field and keep your eyes open. Got it. Next, we'll simulate an attack on the residents here by armed enemy forces. Help me. Overly realistic recording. So now we should we do it like Blacksteel taught us? I'm not sure what Blacksteel training is like. Could you imagine Blacksteel training is just like, yeah, just let the civilians die. Focus on the enemy. But for Rhodes Island, protecting the civilians and letting them retreat to the protection objective, as well as eliminating the enemy before they can harm the civilians, are both viable options. But be careful, the enemy has deployed, so all their ranged attacks prioritize the civilians. I'm almost certain that's what Blacksteel training is. The loss of a civilian is a blow to our tactical planning, which normally results in life point loss. Alright, Beagle, you block those enemies and I'll heal you. Then let me handle the simulated enemy.
Target location reached.
Jessica, you're not hitting shit. Are you facing down? Oh, you're facing down. Use ammo, waste ammo, buy ammo, profit.
I'll show them what I can do.
That's the only deployable tile. So I imagine you put Blaze here to destroy this in this tutorial. Why did I watch that at 1x speed? The enemy set up these static roadblocks to stop the civilians. Look out. The enemy will catch them quick like this. Jessica, what should you do at a time like this? Oh, I should destroy the obstacle and clear a path? That's right, but there's not enough time to redeploy. So then, clank clank, sound of a FG object hitting the ground. Let's leave it to Blaze. Clumsy imitation of Heart's voice? What? Oh right, it'll work if we just have Blaze covering the other lane. No problem, let me clear out that roadblock. Clumsy imitation of Heart's voice. Anyway, that's pretty much how it goes. Don't let your guard down. Alright, go Blaze.
This place could use some heat. My blood's only gonna make this place hotter.
Dude, that motherfucker's beelining for that civilian. What the hell? That man was on a mission.
You don't want to get sawed in half. The rights of the infected will only be won by the actions of the infected.
Thank you, Blaze. Very cool. Ooh, Loxical. In the tundras of Ursus, every living creature is under suspicion. They may be murderers, thugs, spies, or simply innocents. If not blocked, they prioritize civvies. Fuck. That was technically fake plays, that is true. E210. I can get away with this. Realistically, I just need to block here and block here. But I do need something to just annihilate these roadblocks so that the civvies can come in, and I need heavy range support. I mean E2 Pog, yeah, I mean E2 Pogu. Chimera range expands, damage time increases to 2, and will automatically retreat. Let's keep it on Spirit Burst for here. Yeah, fast redeploy or long range, so
infiltration successful.
we can keep the relatively long range, and I can use Cutter as like a semi-fast redeploy, and then I'll bring Zola to spawn camp. Because realistically, I just need Zola to spawn camp here. And then I do like Mountain and Cutter here with Vanguard, with Defenders here. Oh yeah, speaking of, not you. Shu, you are now going to use S3.
A day of fine sun and gentle breeze.
We're going to make it so that if you're going to go for the civil... Shu S3 doesn't... surely it doesn't tag the civilians, right? Surely. Surely. My longest soldier still E1. Yeah, that's a little unfortunate, honestly. Right. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? You dumbass civilian.
When chaos abounds, tugging a single thread can pull the entire.
Ooh, almost we're counting on you again today, little apple.
Ignore that placement. I'm just making it so that they go there. Myrtle DPS Pog.
Breeze, time to
You now have to contest with Mudrock. We'll put Neural here.
Get behind me.
If it's the most inconvenient thing, they'll do it. That's irritating.
When summer leaves the white dew.
I believed in the power of Mudrock. Yeah, Mudrock is kind of grooving over there. Yeah, that she's like wearing a full like tactical comm.
We may have achieved
Oh, that's it. No story.
we still can't let our guard down.
Yo, Lexical, let's go. Easy. The fuck is standard and adverse? Oh, more rock. Believer in power. If I had her, I do have penance though. Okay, hold on. Is Wingding here? This is a specific information that I have to inform out of sheer virtue of Wingding, you know, still pulling for Reed. We'll get anyway. If Wingding's not here, so I got Matsuo to download Arknights because he really wanted to download Arknights for the Dungeon Meshi collab, and he also wants to Tachanka. And he did a 10 pull on the Reed banner, and he got Reed Alter, and he also got, who else did he get? He got Reed Alter and Carnelian. And then he also got Gray the Light Bear, Gray the Lightning Bear. So he got Reed Alter, Carnelian, and Gray the Lightning Bear from the 10 pool. Yeah, that's beginner's luck. Oh, Light Owner? Okay. Yeah, it was Matsuo. Yeah, it's a good. It was a no, not 3 6 stars. Gray the Light Bearer, Light Owner is just a 5-star. But Light Bear, okay, yeah. But I just thought that was funny because Wingding is very much unlucky, still unlucky right now. Righteous anger from witnessing such brutality is justified. Ursus manglers are well trained and their fangs do not cease just because. Have we added more E2s to my team, or is it just more 6 stars? We have added E2s. We have E2 Shu and E2 Zolda. Just because of them. So, what the fuck is this? Okay, so they go in through here and here. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, what if I do S3 so that I can just annihilate the... Yeah, so I can just annihilate the people in front of me. It's a bit cursed, but okay. It is a little bit cursed, but it is what it is.
And forsake the snobs. I, Talulah, shall do my very best.
Huitia. From where I left off, I ran for a very long time, ran into a small village. I didn't think too much about it at the time. I only wanted to find somewhere to stay, hide. I didn't think I'd actually find somewhere to stay. And I think that old couple thought of me as a daughter, since their own sons and daughters had probably long since lost their lives to Ursus's countless wars. They even kept my secret for me. I'm sure I could have spent a lifetime repaying their kindness. I regret that I never did. January 13th. During our previous routine inspection, one of our people was assaulted. Every household must now submit to a search, both for infected and the attacker. Should we find them, we will execute them on the spot, and the household that harbored them will be punished accordingly. If you don't want a hard labor sentence, turn them in. No one will come to harm if you do your civic duty, and the offenders and the infected will meet their proper end. Now, we will start from the first household. It looks like the day came after all. There's no chance I'll make it through this one. Don't go out there, Talulah. Hide behind the shed. They won't look there. We'll tell them you were scared of what was coming and ran away. No one blame you for it. But they might hurt you for it. I owe you better than that. I've left you some gold coins from Victoria. Spend them sparingly, and they'll have you warm and well fed for the rest of your lives. Talulah, where are you going? My Talulah, you can't go to them. Those black-hearted patrolling bugs eat people alive. And I can't just stand by and let them torture the men and women of this village. I have to see this through. I'll lure them away, give them a wake-up call, and let them know what they've wrought. I know what's right. I'm not letting them punish these people. I'm not letting them murder anyone else. I still remember how the boy next door was beaten to death for chucking a stone. I'll never forget. Talulah, Talulah! You can't. That's enough. Knock, knock, knock. Who's at the door? Is it the patrolman? Go away! Ma'am, it's me. Alina, come in, come in. What's wrong? What's happened? Is there news? Someone told. What? Told what? The patrol unit knows there's an infected in our village. How could? This can't be! I don't know who it was, but we all know what happens to those who harbor infected. Ma'am, your father passed early, and you took such good care of my mother. You and your husband both. You're like grandparents to me. And at this point, I can't really hide anything. Wait. Miss, where did the mister go? Bloody old fart, what are you doing here? I committed a crime. A confession? Oh yeah, I remember. An old geezer got in our guy's way. Judging by your limp, you were the one of the thugs who attacked him. Yep. Now that you look worth the trouble, go take a bloody hike. No point in dirtying our hands over a miserable little wretch. Hold it, sir. Look at my skin here. What does it look like to you? Infected? You're the infected? Are you serious? I realized the moment I helped you change clothes, Talulah. We've known you were infected for a long time now. How? The old man worked the mines and came back after he caught Aripathy himself. You'd seen how he never takes off that jacket of his. He's going to go in your place, Talulah. No, but how could he have been? You can't trust people here like that. The villagers will say whatever they need to, for money or to save their own skins. For the last 2 years, Talulah, we've been truly happy to have you. You're a good girl. A good girl. We don't have long left to live, but Talulah, even if you're ill, you've still got years yet. You need to live, Talulah. That's what's right. Talulah, don't go. For heaven's sake, don't go. Take me. Take me then, officer. Look at my skin. I'm the bloody diseased one. If you don't believe me, then take a look at this. A knife? Put that down. You can't touch us, old man. No, officer, watch my arts. Huh? The elderly man slices open his own wrists, but no red flows onto the snow. It is instead as mist scattered in the air. Look, look, officer. I'm an infected, tried and true. I believe you. Oh, and he immediately went to... Oh! Thank you for your cooperation, infected. Talulah. There he goes. Old man. Talulah, come back, don't. Is that fire? Why is the house on? Talulah, did you? Don't, Talulah, they'll destroy the whole village. Oat stalk, easily alight.
Let's go!
The patrol unit is threatening the survival of the infected. You damnable black bugs. I need to start from our protection objective and make it to the enemy incursion point. I'll stop their attack in the tracks. But if I suffer serious injury by their hands, I'll need to retreat from the battlefield, and the infected, as of yet untrained, will surely suffer their crazed revenge. Our life points will be deducted. Fighting under these conditions will be challenging indeed. No matter, some deeds must have someone to shoulder them. Bitch, I'm the one that's shouldering them!
Incoming. Get ready, everyone. I'm here to help.
Does that leak? That fucking leaks. Yikes. Alright, well, whatever.
When chaos abounds,
Yikers.
a single thread can pull the entire entity.
War. A word I've not heard in a long, long time.
Talulah, I've come to suffer. Print. No, print.
We're counting on you again today, little apple. Roger.
No, motherfucker. Oh, I didn't activate
Supposed
shoes
to
thing.
act. Flesh and bone bear weeds. mounds and
戦場それは変わらん大地こそが我が友
From here on, such violence will not be
Oh, that
tolerated.
hits a big AoE. I was unaware.
I know what you're thinking.
Oh. Oh, that is a fucked up. Oh my god, Amiya? She can't heal and attack at the same time? Okay.
The situation. Oh no further. This road is closed.
ここだよ Gather around me, guys
大地こそが我が友
Amiya's sleeping. Amiya's fucking bringing on the devastation of the world.
Mission accomplished.
Okay. We can 3-star that without units. I just need to play that carefully, but a win is a win. Amiya, why are you taking a nap over there? Talulah, you. Is that fire you're doing? You're the one who set them alight? Alina, I'm sorry. This will surely even mean even worse to come for the village, but I just couldn't stand it. I just couldn't stand this sort of... Alina? Facing here. Talulah was taken aback. Alina met her gaze with an expression she'd never seen her wear before. There's a fire in your eyes. I knew from the moment you came to this village, you'd never be willing to just stay here. You came from somewhere. Where you come from, you'll go back to. This village can't hold you. I won't go back. Don't look at me like that. But within your eyes, truly, there's a fire. You wanted to set something alight, burn it away, but you thought none of this was how it should be. You bore it until you could bear it no more. It shouldn't have been now, Talulah. Not now. The villagers are innocent. Your one flare of anger only serves to hurt them. What happened? Oh god! What the hell's going on? Who? Who did this? Talulah! Talulah! Run! Run now! And don't look back! Don't ever come back! Blessings, your majesty. Bless this girl like my daughter. Bless her to live on. Bless her so she can live on. Talulah, we need to go. No, those hideous patrolmen. We're infected, but none of the other villagers are. What did you say? I'm infected too, Talulah. I'm infected. Wow, who'd have thought? This is where we planned to move. We had everything ready, but the old man was. We can't let them do this again. We can't let them. He saved you, he saved me, saved the whole village. You threw his whole plan into disarray. What do you even mean? The villagers were the one who... Wait, you mean the one who turned him in was... It was his idea. That way, the patrol wouldn't come again, and hopefully that would have been that. Oh, me Boruki. No matter how much strength you have, you can't resist the patrol unit. I can. And then... What if the Gendarmerie came? What if the city's garrisons and all the nobles' soldiers came? We don't have the firepower. Once we've accumulated enough strength. Because it's not right. It's not right. Why? We can't just look on like this. All these wicked things right before our eyes, but we turn away just to save ourselves? That's not right. That's selfish. Heartless even. If righteousness can only be upheld by greater and greater violence, can it ever be considered righteous? I can't answer these questions of yours, Talulah. You've studied more than I have, that I know. But someone died today in the village, and no more ought to die. You're so clever, you can understand that. Now go, Talulah. I'll be back. Tell yourself that, Talulah. Tell yourself that.
Man strives for
A
perfection.
little
yet
unfortunate that
flaws
we
remain in every
didn't
plan.
3-star that, but it is
Doctor,
what it is.
The deed is done. Let's not dwell on it further.
What the fuck? Wait, so they were literally split on 2 different timelines. That's why it's M8 and R8. So recall and then main. Colsit has never demonstrated impatience when when explaining a story to others. She is either very good at controlling herself or she actually enjoys it. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me go use the restroom and grab more water. In the meantime, I don't know. Something Pepe. It'd be twice as funny if we had 2 W dances. It sure would. Way so much cooler than take. Hey, now when I had my 3D model, I had it hitting a dance move. I had it hitting the specialist. I heard that I'm not hitting the gritty at 1.5. Fuck you. Talulah implies the existence of short Lula or shortula. Central District. A short while before. How are you certain Amiya's group will reach the command tower without crossing one of Talulah's elite squads? That's the problem with conspirators. Was you at 1.6? I don't know. Will I recreate the W dance? Okay, I saw one of the what was it? One of the concerts where W was dancing, and it's not hard in terms of, like, I'm not doing a ton of like extraneous movement. The issue is the actual, like, getting the sequence together. That's the emote sequence? The emote sequence is fuchsia poop shape? What the fuck, YouTube? Take a warlord or a tyrant of a devious king. Their strongholds are always easy to defend, hard to attack. Are you saying I'm not W? You're right, I'm not W. They know their own deeds will invite furious retribution without fail. They'll use superior strength and advanced armaments to deploy unyielding defense. Yet, seeing as Talulah's despotic behavior is confirmed to be some kind of act, she will not do things this way. I want to hear your reasoning. If my thought process was one that won your approval, did you think that I would thus feel some kind of happy? Respect is a two-way street. If you value my point of view and arrive at any useful conclusions, then I in turn will give your point of view serious consideration. Talulah is maintaining her own image. She needs to have the normal infected respect her, have the Sarkaz mercenaries obey her, have the guerrillas trust her, have the zealots worship her. She needs to have the distance between her and them clearly visible and have these people able to examine each other. According to a series of behavior exhibited by Reunion so far, we can very clearly realize that the Reunion's others leaders do not particularly recognize Talulah's conduct at all. Even Patriot, seeing through to her scheme, had no power to reverse the tide in the middle of its change. If he could have killed Talulah, all the same, he still would have been unable to alter Reunion tending towards collapse. To say nothing of the plot to exploit the infected that Talulah has drawn up inside her own head, the time she would need likely far exceed the time Reunion has existed so far. I conjecture that all of Reunion's actions up to now have been premised on a plan. Namely, turn on the fan! Dude, this subtitle generator is so weird sometimes. Reunion will perish after all this is over. Talulah will scatter keen, hidden forces across every part of her territory. When she needs them, she'll assemble them and have them make their appearance at the right moment. Doctor, I believe the Empire of Ursus's Third Army would not permit any infected to act freely whatsoever. However, Reunion's current conduct is all within the bounds of their tolerance. Superficial violence, lacking discipline and organization. The Third Army must be happy to see it. Think about it carefully. Would they limit themselves to being onlookers? Thus, would they truly, willingly let Talulah control a whole city, even a whole country's state of affairs? Or perhaps, even this is one of the weights on Talulah's scales, used to swindle the Ursus military out of their power, having them hibernate somewhere, waiting until the situation is just about to move on from her control. And then, in the truest sense, she'll be able to use the power she could never even touch, just as she wishes. But that needs time. Now that you say all that, how is she not a tyrant? Because while current Reunion wants that in a leader, it doesn't truly need that in a leader. A tyrant treasures as their one's own enablers, even if a tyrant, more often than not, recklessly destroys them for lack of foresight or composure, and weeps truest, deepest tears for it. A conspirator does not. The tyrant has chess pieces, and the conspirator does too. But the tyrant is with them on the chessboard, while the conspirator sits outside of it. We can suppose she has humanity, and thus might make mistakes. But if we're talking about a qualified conspirator with a scheme on the tracks, then even if she herself died, her scheme would continue as a matter of course. Is our operation useless then? If they were, we'd hardly be taking Rhodes Island's operators to hell and back. The only thing naturally useless is killing her. So, in every part and every place, we must break down her plot, antagonize her instructions, and lead her scheme to failure. If we cannot halt a landship's forward march, then we will tear it to pieces, and make it arrive at its destination no more than an empty carapace. Maybe I shouldn't have put it to you like that. Don't get me wrong, we still need to stop this Chernobog's core city. But, we're just gonna rip it apart. Doctor, you're worried about whether or not Amiya's group will run into any incidents. I think what's on show before us is the real incident here. Where W stronger. Don't enter. Can you communicate with them? A certain Sarkaz tribe's language. Underground, full of darkness. Darkness creates evil. Evil brings pain. Too much pain. A certain Sarkaz tribe's language. I like that she's just like saying stuff. Will you share our pain? No luck. Even if they weren't born in Kazdal, they should still have some kind of reaction to a hint of their native language. Their ability to actively think has been damaged. Could those words you're saying have any effect on them? They were meant to in the first place. No, wait. This wasn't a common sense idea. Don't get excited. But if not even this lets me rouse their conscience, then they've already lost all capacity for thought, beyond simply their ability to express. Petition to rename Kaltsit to Google. It means their brain's activity has been sealed off, or that their nervous system has been perturbed by the infected organs. Either way, we don't have enough time left to ascertain the true answer. Just based on what facts we have, it's not looking good. It'll seem like they'll attack us. They're preventing us from entering. Deeply infected Sarkaz mercenaries in this area number around 6, and seem to just spend most of their time set to an unconscious roam. Their range of movement doesn't extend outside this passage. These severely infected collected here only after they pick up on our activity. Moreover, as long as we don't cross some boundary, they don't do anything further. Reconnaissance operator. Can you detect our straight line distance to the sarcophagus? Determine position via the waveform I provided. 1.4 kilometers. Precise figure? 1453 meters. If my calculations aren't wrong, then the breakout of conflict between Reunion and Sarkaz Special Infected happened to be roughly at the distance 1.4 kilometers from the City Hall too. We initially planned to enter sarcophagus holding from the City Hall basement, shelter passage, but as things are, that exit has likely been occupied by Sarkaz Special Infected of the same kind. I have an unconfirmed conjecture, Doctor. What kind of conjecture? We don't know what their goal is, but these Sarkaz Special Infected are likely preventing anyone else from entering the sarcophagus holding, and by happy coincidence, the district they've controlled measures 1.4 kilometers out. You might be right, but what about their goal then? At the very least, it's not the same goal these Sarkaz originally had. Or Sarkaz, hailing from Kazdel. No matter where, they still become tools. I believe there are similarities between the infected and the Sarkaz's current situations. These Sarkaz here with us could only choose to well with hate, or to lose it all. Things were meant to have changed. We have that power. Those Tikaz who lost their homeland have become Sarkaz, rootless as people. And now, the Sarkaz before us can barely even be called people. How do you want to do things? All operators, inspect your hazmat equipment. What we're facing may be a Class 2 emergency infective situation. Doctor, in minimizing wear and tear to the utmost, we must halt the Special Infected's activity to the utmost. We haven't stepped in to resolve an emergency infective state for a while. This outfit looks entirely like Ursus's infected patrol unit. Infected patrol unit? There's something I can't deny. The hazmat equipment we've been provided with is emblematic of Ursus's cruel rule over the infected. It shares the same prototypical design. Though our approach is intrinsically different from the infected patrol unit, I can only hope we are able to continue preserving that intrinsic difference. That outside forces don't force us to change beyond recognition. The same hope we hold for so many things. Just like I told you about some time before, I hope you'll hope too. There's a lot of hope going on. Did they reuse the menu transition sound? Was Madam Chen here? Which way was he headed? West, stone's throw from the exclusion zone of Glowing Hoof. He plotted all of this. It was to ensure the area where we signed the pact was secure. Lathinian expanded their contended exclusion zone, overlapping our own. We can infiltrate, kill Cache, and bring back the Miss. No, he's already prepared. In this meeting, the twin empresses directly dispatched the Emperor's voice, and they weren't short of armed forces. The empresses are fresh upon the throne. If Cache intends to blow our diplomacy apart, all our transgressive conduct may very well be the empress's excuse to flaunt their power. We can't give Cache more opportunities to harm Lungmen, or even Yan. Uncle. Uncle, it's not Tal's fault. I'm not blaming her. Then you should get mad at me. You haven't done anything wrong. I told her I was gonna go with her, but then I got scared. I let go of her hand. I didn't go with her. She looked really scared. I was really scared, and she was too. I did something wrong. Huitia, she made the mistake, not you. Huh? But you said you wouldn't blame her, Uncle. No, I won't. But didn't she do something wrong? If she does something wrong, you're not gonna get mad at her? She doesn't know the truth. It's not a truth one should be privy to. So of course she made a mistake. If not now, she would in the future. In so many cases, the wrong things shouldn't be punished. Not only do we make mistakes, we make so many of them. If there's some mistake, we will make it. We cannot dodge that nor escape it. Talulah simply made the mistake she was bound to. Is that still doing something wrong then? Yes, of course it is. This world of ours wouldn't forgive something just because it was bound to happen. The world is harsh. The people are harsh. The regimes are harsh. Apart from right or wrong, they don't care a damn. As if it's right and wrong keeping them alive, and not what they breathe and swallow. I don't get what you're saying, Uncle. Does that mean Tal can come back? I don't know, Huiche. I don't know. Is it because of me? Tal won't come back? It's my fault. It's my fault, Tal. Huiche. Small child, refrain from crying. You are ruining the image of Lungmin. Wipe your tears away. Or cry then. I'll give you 5 minutes. After you're done crying, if there's not still tears in your eyes, I'll tell you what you should do. Oh, she's just fucking... She is bawling. Wei Yenwu gazes towards the sky. He considers bending down to comfort the tiny girl, but after hesitating, feels as if he isn't suited to the task. You're done crying then. I want Tal back. What should I do? I'll teach you a world of things. I'll teach you how to supervise a city, how to fend off villains, how to treat your friends. Do as I say, and Talulah will have a chance of coming back. What do I do? Will Tal be able to come back? Really? Are you tricking me, Uncle? Mama said you only know how to trick people. Can I believe you? Perhaps. I've made a massive mistake of my own, and it led to your mother despising me for her whole life. Even on her deathbed, she couldn't have let go. What she told you is understandable. But mistakes can be made right. Huiche, listen carefully. Proper conduct is worth striving your whole life for. Correcting a mistake is worth putting life itself at stake for. Talulah's departure was a mistake. Every consequence it brings, I bear. And you, Huiche, you'd better grow up fast. What'll it be like when I grow up? When you grow up, you'll be able to change everything. Really? Perhaps. Or... well, let's put it this way. So long as you believe, it will be real. I'll teach you how to wield a sword, Huiche. To wield Qi-Xiao. So you can kill Talulah. Unsheathing strike. Eradicate without delay. Alright. R8, 4. E2, 15. Sometimes protecting others is not a goal, but a process. Also, Ursus's crossbowmen also privately believe that killing others is not a goal, but a process. Huh. Is there a lot of Ursus crossbowmen? Fuck. That means I can't even spawn camp them. Okay. Alright. This should be doable. Spawn camping is so chapter 3. Huiche. If memory serves me correctly, and I'll entrust it to, the old man's name was Ivan Iziaslav, a very common name, and he was the sort of peasant farmer you could find anywhere. But he sacrificed himself. For a whole mess of reasons, he gave his own life. I think about it every now and then. Am I truly worth people sacrificing their lives? Alina went with me. She was gentle most of the time, so would suddenly just come out with venomous tongue lashings. That made me uncomfortable, to say the least. The plan was proceeding smoothly. In accordance with my own ideas, rapidly, the infected of this place would surely unite as one. I hoped it would be effective, and I hoped it would be enough for the old man to rest peacefully. Aside from the old lady, no one else had been closer family to me. February 7th. Third year without the black snake. Sir, what you here for? Don't like the look of your clothes. Some old vet, are you? Get lost. There's nothing left here. Your slut stole all of it. And what you couldn't steal, you burned. Bastards, you came to kill me? Kill me then, goddamn demons. No, sir. I'm here to tell you that the infected patrol unit is sweeping this area today. Then let him sweep. Let him kill us all, why don't you? We built our pathetic, unlivable village all the way out here, and they still come for us. What else can we do but let them? Sir, you can hide yourselves and I'll talk to them, or I can conceal myself. And who are you? I always said you're a military noble bunch. No matter what you pretend, you're all just out for our lives. You're not quite that sort. You actually talk with us, and they think we're even worth whipping. Huh? Hello? Gone? What kind of stunt is this? Oh, damn us all. Damn us all. What a pathetic ending. It's no bad thing to know your own damnation. Ah, Mr. Patrolman. Destitute and lousy. Bad physique. You wouldn't be much use even if we sent you to the mines. How do you want to die then? Painlessly? Slowly? Mr. Patrolman, look at me. What harm would leaving me alive do you? You say that with a weapon in your hands? Sorry, Mr. Patrolman. This was for whoever that was just a minute ago. I don't know where she's gone now, but even burden beasts are worth more than you infected. They can at least move goods. Your existence is a waste of His Majesty's land. Why is that? Where did you come from? From far, far east. What the hell are you? Are you infected too? I am. I can think, I can speak. We infected live and die. Why should you decide when and how? What is this bullshit? If you could let us die peacefully on our own terms, we'd hardly even be upset about it. But my infected brother, look up at him. Look at his face and his grin, his laugh. They want to decide our fates, control us. Perhaps our lives aren't worth much, but do you think you'd be worth a single gold coin? You, my brother, in all of their past outrageous acts, have they ever spared someone for their conduct? Have they ever let another live for following instructions? They have not. Each time they let you live, it was only because they still saw worth they could squeeze from you. With no money and no land left, they'd kick you to the floor. After all, these cities don't even give the infected a chance to live. How should we infected live? How should we die? That is for us to decide. But who are you? You good for nothing. Tell me your name at once. In the name of the Emperor, for daring to lead his citizenry astray with these ludicrous ideals, we sentence you to death. To my brothers, I have no name. Refer to me how you wish. If you must call me something, you may call me Talulah. To my enemies, you have no need for my name, but my fires will set you alight. Alright, let's see this. Oh, I have to break that thing, don't I?
Good scenery here, Doctor.
Oh, you fucking rat bastard civilians. Okay.
I have to get serious now.
When chaos abounds, tugging a single thread can pull the entire net.
Right.
We're counting on you again today, little apple.
You here.
Got it.
The situation
I don't think anyone appears here. We'll do Mudrock here. As I say that, I fucking bite my words.
Flesh and bone bear weeds.
You go here.
Lands and ruins bloom fields.
Oh my god, you all target like that? Oh, that's lame as hell. Go. Kill.
Simple and clear.
Oh my god. Right.
Counting on you again today, little apple.
There's a bastard over here. Oh, a civilian died, motherfucker.
Not even a stirring of grass will go overlooked.
No, a civilian died at the end. Oh. Redo? Eh. Time to E2 Phantom? Maybe. I need to bring more redeploys. Yeah. Riddle that long was a little unfortunate. So, you fought him off, is that it? Yeah. I was right on to go with you. Burning people alive? If I ever have to smell that again, I'm sure I'll throw up. Alina, don't force yourself. I'm the one who followed you in the first place. Did I call a Civ a motherfucker because he died? I called a Civ a motherfucker because he ran into literally the biggest group of enemies. And I'll protect you, you're infected here. I will. No, I'm not here to beg you to. Of course you're not, Alina. Without you, I wouldn't have the time to go gather resources or info. Who's your contact? Would it be safe to tell me? Are you worried I'm an Ursa spy? Just wondering if it'd be better not to get you wrapped up in this. The moment we became infected, life for us couldn't get any worse. I'm in contact with infected in other places, trying to keep tabs on which way the cities are moving so I can help the infected surviving out in the western tundra the best I can. What you're doing is insane in a lot of ways. Where did your conviction come from? Did someone teach you all this? No. What taught me was both a malignant and deranged, brimming with the arrogance of rule and the terror of power. And I vowed to walk past it. I'm going to tear the decorous flesh straight from their bones, pull apart the noble cities the pride built layer by layer, and let everyone know the truth, everyone out in the tundra, and after that, we'll decide our own destinies. We're going to clear this land out. We'll found our own homeland, and if anyone thinks to stop us, we'll topple them right then and there. Part of the world belongs to the infected in the first place, just as so many places across this land belong to all the people. Be more realistic, Talulah. This is all too out there. If you do this, the village will be destroyed. They'll have nowhere to go, and the patrol unit will chase them down. And if I don't do this, the village will still end up abandoned over time. Not everyone can join the army. The elderly, children, the injured, and sick, if you have to give them up, if you have them give up everything they've ever survived on, they'll die no matter the soil quality. I know, Alina, so we'll find somewhere in you. Come on, let's go. We've got somewhere we can stay tonight. Thank you for having us. Ain't much. You would probably all be dead by now, though we're still pretty much at death's door. Sorry, back at the start, seeing you, I was ready up to fight. That was all my bad. Don't really have much anything left to welcome you either. Just put up with this little bit of old gruel, I guess. We're really thankful, sir. You shouldn't have, honestly. No, it's nothing. We only have this bit left over anyway. However many days we have left makes no difference. Want to set up a village, huh? Doesn't matter how far you go, there's no point. Not much point at all. We can't run. You know how big Ursus is? There's no point heading anywhere when there's patrol guys all over, and other people ain't gonna want us. We've got nowhere to go. Then come with me. Where? Now. How? It doesn't need to be now. I'll wait until you've thought it all through. Or if you end up with absolutely nowhere left to go, and you still want to live on, come find me, or find one of my brothers. If we head for the wilderness, life in the tundra is cruel, to say the least. But we got places to go. Places without the hearth of civilization as of yet. We'll find somewhere we can sow harvest, and we'll have so many people, they'd surely be able to help out with business, and we'd have an income. We can always live on. And if the patrolmen come, we defeat them. Huh? What did you say? What I can do, you can do too. You were correct, arming yourselves against me back there. If people think to come to rob us, we'll come together and fight them off. The infected have strength. We infected can, bit by bit, regain our own lives. Our bread, our flames. But they're eating fucking oat gruel.
Well done, Doctor. You must be exhausted. Be sure to rest when you
Flag. Flag. Oh my god. Oh, I can just skip straight into 9. That's weird. Death comes when beckoned. How many of the top area do I have? Because that was 3? Like R8 3? Is it like R8 18? Central District. Help me. We're reunion too. What are you doing this? You Sarkas always bite whatever hand feeds you. What's happening? The Sarkas barricading the street are massacring reunion. Captain? Need to help the casualties. You are, Captain? I'm going. Ugh, why? How did reunion get like this? How did it get like this? Weren't we gonna unite? Weren't we gonna be a family of our own? Each other's kin? Shit. I think me doing the Joker voice without enough water kind of fucked with my vocal cords. So we're gonna stop doing voices. I'm just gonna read. See you. Stop. Heavy weapons, throwers. Careful. Deku's the Jonkler? What the fuck? Giant floating weapons. Was that you, Feline? You did that? You're a caster? Put your weapons down. It's okay now. Go. Go? Go where? We are already... My teammates, my old friends, they all... Ching, help them. Got it. Come here, brother. Those Sarkas just don't see. I'll say it again, Sarkas. Put your weapons down. You think we'll stop resisting just because you're holding a weapon? We don't think that way. Then you want to be killed? We don't have much of a choice. Attacking your own comrades, hurting your own kin. When were the infected ever our kin? Our kin only numbers Sarkas. You couldn't have said that when you joined Reunion. Betraying, harming your family, playing other people's feelings. Disgusting. Watch out for those weapons. Move. Rosmontis, stop. Ah, Amiya. Rydian just sent it out. The last message Dr. Costa gave us was that we should take care around the special infected. They're likely a variant of the special infected from Lungman, and we don't know if they'll infect others in the progression. Sarkas warriors, listen to me. There are some Sarkas with a deep infection, and they're catalyzing the other infected. We need the other infected to withdraw from their current areas. Your block still has infected survivors apart from you, and they're all non-combatants. Even if we won't pay us pass through here, I hope we can still all lend a hand to ensuring the safety of those infected. That's impossible. They wouldn't do that. They have no conscience. We've seen it. We went out on our own. We can't pull back. If they come this way, we'll have to get rid of them. We can't let even more Sarkas get infected. You might get infected yourself. Who gives a damn? You want to end up like them too? Those monsters controlled by arts? You don't give a damn if you do? Not the first time we've made out to be monsters, is it? Oh, the city's toast. Sooner or later, sure, we might end up like them. But if we can exterminate them, then everything gets a little easier. Some people can still live on. As long as Talulah isn't dead, the city will be annihilated. If W can't kill her, there's no chance you can. If you don't stand with the winner, you can't win. In war, if you can't win, you die. But if you keep on hurting any more infected, then this might be where you die. And what if I die, then? What if I turn into one of Mephisto's herd, huh? Mephisto's a monster too. We'll kill other infected because we're all monsters. All we want is for the Sarkas not to suffer any further. But when you think about it, what if we suffer? When you leave here and go whatever, will they look you in the eye? Do you not know your own end, being an infected? Of course you know. The moment you leave that tiny little squad of yours, you'll die. You'll be despised, wrung by the neck, lashed, whipped, and hung. Or you'll be driven out of the cities, run vagrant, and you'll starve, bitten to death by the beasts. You can't live on, and you have no dignity. What do you know, warrior? Tell me, that you're not fighting for Talulah. She's strong. With her, the chance that more people live on is better. We don't care if we kill a few more for it. Get lost. Next time I'll cut you in half. Feline. If you want to pass through here, then just kill us. We sure don't want to see our own end up that way. That's if you can kill us, though. You really are the most unsalvageable people. Oh. What was that sound? Oh no. The block we're in is nearing the ones the command tower closes off its entrances with. Reunion is likely trying to raise the entire ceiling layer to cover any way in. We're almost out of time. Sarkas, I'll give you one last chance. If you don't want to be mangled, pull out. Amiya, I'll settle this. Cultus, what do you think you can do? Black lines? That's What's the state of things? We suppressed all conscienceless Sarkaz mercenaries. Okay, that's good. Are the other infected here? We have news, but I can't say whether it's good or bad. Recon operators looked around a little. There are all over this block, and most of them are in terrible shape. They must have been passive infected, imprisoned in concentration. Any passage through the ceiling layer? Yeah, this part leads to an engineering passage. Should be able to directly enter the structural control area, hack their remote panels. They can't do a thing about that. Otherwise, for the open passages, Recon Ops have sighted at least 4 battlegrounds, all of them guerrillas against the other reunion. The combat situation seems intense. The guerrillas are strong, but the Talulah aligned reunion have the terrain advantage, and Sarkaz mercenaries backing them. They won't be able to push through for a while. It's okay, Amiya. Captain, us engineers will sneak our way in. We'll cut the energy supply to the whole ceiling layer. Can you do it? Definitely. That's too risky. Entering the core city was risky in the first place. No objections then? We're going. Take care. Take care. We're not a lead operator Rosmontis' squad for nothing. Don't you worry about a thing. Dude, Rosmontis has no idea what to say. She's like, yeah, you do that. Put your own safety first. If you wanted us to listen, you wouldn't use those arts just now. Engineering group, move out. Hustle your bustles. They're gone. Oh, Amiya, you shouldn't use up your strength here. Let me handle all that. This way, you'll be able to do less harm. Does Rhodes Island do you want me to do things this way? That's not it. It's just, if we could. We obviously don't want things done this way. And the only thing I've used up is strength. What you use up is your awareness. I don't really care, but we should care. Amiya, this fellow wants a few words with you. You're from Reunion, infected friend. Can I call you that? Whatever. Just whatever. We're all done for. I wanted to ask where you're gonna go. And if we can go with you, maybe. We've got nowhere really to go. The Sarkaz will kill us, and we don't want to fight our own people anymore. The guerrillas will kill us for sure, too. Why do you feel that way? They'd kill anyone if they wanted, wouldn't they? I heard there's time they say they'd kill infected just because someone did something or saw other wrong. Hello. I'm not sure. They might do that, but they might not. My belief is you have to see how they truly are to reach the facts. You can't just go on hearsay. But we won't force you off to where they are. You're afraid of them, and the things they're doing don't sit well with you. And that's why I wanted to ask where you're all going. We're heading for the core command tower. Are you insane? We want to put a stop to this turmoil, so we have to head for this command tower. Can I ask you for a favor, infected friend? If it's killing, then no. It's not. I'm hoping you can all safeguard the bystander infected on this block. Be careful. They may not like you. They might not like your uniforms. Then what do we do? Hello, Fudoren. I think you have 2 options. One is take off that uniform and be Reunion no longer. And the other is wear your uniforms but do what you should do. One option is easy, one's very hard, but I believe this is something you should choose for yourselves. Command tower entrance. Cuz, the cowards! They're blocking off the tower entrances with the ceiling layers. Have we still not breached them? The Sarkaz mercenaries are entrenching every ceiling sectors in the inroads. Other infected have been constantly harassing us. We can't concentrate our attention. Repeat. You're asking us and Rhodes Island to cooperate. I am. That was Rhodes Island guard. There you are. If Rhodes Island is unworthy of your trust, then you don't need to think about any of these people's any of the city's people for a second more. Even if the rules are going out of style, they'll still play by them. Even if they still owe the captain their lives. If we all die here, who will carry on Patriot's spirit? We have the strength, and Rhodes Island has the knowledge. At last, Kaltsit. Why can I not pronounce Kaltsit? Kaltsit's incredible on both counts. I personally think she's on par with the captain, and you saw, even the captain gave her his recognition. The ceiling layer is still rising. You better decide, because we don't have much time left. That's more or less the shape of things. I've already told them about things, so, Amiya, I'm not asking you to agree to this. I'm just thinking this might be good for us, right? It'll lead to a little less wounded all around. I'm not really on top of things, it's alright, guard. Your proposal is reasonable. It's just that we won't do the things the same way the shield guards do. We don't have any right to exercise over the infected, and we won't adopt their disciplinary methods. Are they almost here? Should be. Amiya, I'm making less and less sense of anything. Feline, I'm looking for your leader. If you want revenge, is now a good time? Don't think you can try pissing me off just because you know a bit of arts, white cat. I don't like you. Am I making you realize? The way you do things, you're no merchant's underling, eh? You're more like some infected warrior hero, aren't you? What are you talking about? Guerrilla fighter. You can't threaten our employees. You don't have the authority. The Lord. Can you command those Sarkars? I can't, and I couldn't. Please don't call me that. All I am is a member of Rhodes Island. Nothing to do with race, nor any arbitrary form of power. Then that makes things simple. If you and them have absolutely no blood affinity, you're going to team up with us here? Wreck the command tower together? What are you so on guard for? We're obviously the ones yielding here. The other guerrillas still don't know what I'm up to, but I have faith you feel the same way as them. The city's people are enslaved by Talulah and her wicked plans, and you two want to liberate them. We want to revive hope for the infected, so let's light one more flame for the city. If you truly fight for the infected, then you're sure to agree. Now answer, Rhodes Island. Wow. R85. Oh. Okay, hold on. I need to look something up. Hello. Alright, it's morning for y'all. I forget about that. Okay, so you've ever truly 3-starred Talulah's boss stage? You haven't done the hard mode? Oh. That's kind of weird. How many are there? There are 11 R8s. There are 8 M8s. There is JT 1 through 3, and then there's okay, so I can go to 6 and be halfway done. All right, the lowest recorded temperatures of the northwestern tundras are sometimes not as bone-chilling as the words of certain individuals. Talulah the fighter, life point will be deducted by 1 when killed by an enemy. Frost Nova's Originium crystals periodically releases a frigid wave that will inflict cold on and infect enemies. Oh right, we have her crystals now. Yeah, I would say, is it just civilians? Yeah, civilians are the issue. I just need to leave a line holder here. Friendly crystals, let's go. No one would offer the infected any help. We were no volunteer army. We had nothing like the brave walk from the age of Mikhail, the huge years. We had no city of our own, and we hardly even had fields to hill up. The Iridium grows on our skin, and the scant few weapons we hold are stark. The snow in our mouths melts into our water. Our stomachs are filled with the grass, seed, and bark. And so they sang. I learned a few good few of those in short order. We were just some infected with nowhere to go. I became more and more sure. Coming to the northern tundra was the right choice. Nothing but people with nowhere to return and nowhere to go wherever you went. The infected in the cities, singled out by the common folk. The races of each country looking on one another with suspicion of the differences. Only out on the tundra do people become a little simpler. I wanted to go back south, but this time I probably wouldn't be going alone. Infected dying of frostbite and hunger on the tundra is not the same as infected dying of their illnesses on their own land. The infected should pioneer their own city. If Ursus doesn't allow it, then Ursus should be changed. Exile, abdication. Leaving the country, in the end you were still a homeless vagabond. Whenever you told of a place that admitted the infected, you were telling a fairy tale. If the infected wanted to regain their dignity, they needed strength, unity, and a change in the status quo. If we could gain the backing of some of the infected guerrillas, then maybe this quest of ours would have some chance of success. It was important for the infected to regain their confidence. It was crucial for us to have any sense of their meaning in our lives. No doubt about it, it's here. Those patrolmen set up new sentries all around the abandoned city. Those black-swaddled, black-shelled vermin, chewing away at the crops, leaving not even a scrap for us. The city's been derelict for over 10 years now. Its core facilities were towed away, and none of its inhabitants stayed behind. The buildings and city plates left might someday be pulled apart and picked clean too. Which noble's turf was this originally? Baron Neva, knifed to death in a riot. Every possible heir of his within 100 kilometers has already been uprooted. Who did that? Sounds vicious. Royalists. The First Army had plenty of them. I don't get it, Talulah. You said a few days ago, right? The Great Rebellion was carried out by the current Emperor and the old military noblemen? So why would the army help the Emperor kill nobles? The principal force driving the Great Rebellion was the age before it. Those Ursus military nobles who stood to gain everything from Ursus's epoch of relentless outward expansion. After the new Emperor ascended, it was natural they'd spit out every city, all the resources, and the entire population they'd swallow up. At that time, most of Ursus's army was under the direct control of the military nobles. But the royalists were no slow thinkers. One fewer noble meant one less share of the spoils. Then, once they disposed of those nobles, the silver made its way back to their pockets. The risk was high, but they had the capital to make that foray. Damn, it's just backstabs non-stop here. What the fuck? And that's why, during the Great Rebellion, past the cities all saving their own hides, the royalists probably inflicted the biggest losses on the families with a hand in the rebellions. So they say. If it was the actual rebel armies who held the advantage in the Great Rebellion, then the royalists would have been hanged and the emperor placed under house arrest, consent forced by the prerogative of all those goddamn putrefying nobles littering the military. All those lordly dukes and their armies would have split up Ursus up into countless smaller regimes, at least internally. They were sure things would go that way. And don't forget, back in reality, all those young officers on the rise after the Great Rebellion played out weren't siding with the new emperor. They were probably just siding with money. I see. At the end of it all, it was all still fought for money. Correct. Ha! You have answers for everything, don't you, Talulah? The one who taught me all this was so arrogant, he didn't even care how much I took in. I could probably rattle that crap off without even thinking about it. That's good enough. God knows you're plenty smart. Why come here then? You've already said any place a person could live is long gone. How'd you figure anything out of their nonsense ramblings these past few days? How'd you figure out the patrol unit would be here? All the villages in the area were planning to move. If a catastrophe is not coming, then that leaves only one reason. It's the rotten patrolmen coming to stay. If there were some army passing through, the villages wouldn't dare think of moving. It should be, because the harvest season's just ended. The patrol unit will carry out their routine inspections now, making sure the tax collectors haven't gone into the villages yet. The nearest city is still operating. The nearest city still operating is Shirazburg? Yeah, it's 9-5. It's mainly light industry. It's only stopped over here to procure resources at most. Most villages in the vicinity don't have a landholder protecting them, so those rotting patrolmen have flocked in from all over. They must have seen things were ripe for the picking. Originally, they were just a ragtag organization of rogues tracking down the infected. Now they're all old geezers who on a rampage who'd stoop to any low. Let's wipe them out. Our days here will be a lot more peaceful if we do. We should. We don't have the capacity. Huh? So what the hell are we here to do? Oh, 8-5, yeah. Aegis are attacking sentries here. Guerrillas? Right. Infected guerrillas? Damn, that's... Man, Emperor above. It isn't easy to make contact with them. We've been piling up information for 3 whole months, and now we finally scooped an opportunity. Didn't care much when you said a few days ago we were looking for another group, but if I had known you were looking for guerrilla fighters, man, But you have an easy time linking up with the Southern City infected. Is it really that hard to get in touch with these guys? If you want to survive in the city, you need to be proactive about your intel and collaborators. If you want to survive out on the tundra, what you need is solid tactics and a lifestyle that keeps Ursus' spies guessing at all times. The infected have plenty of messengers, and the infected have their own methods and channels to get the signal out. The guerrillas? The guerrillas will only ever talk to the tundra infected. The guerrillas don't want to be found, that's the thing. Neither do they want to join up with anyone. They accept the infected into their own group and train them to become fighters. They are probably not exactly like I'm hoping, but the guerrillas are still undoubtedly going strong, with no signs of slowing down. At the very least, there have been 2 small guerrilla bands who've exchanged resources with the infected settlements 10 kilometers out. Even if the local infected won't talk, it wouldn't have been the army who left those fire pits outside their villages. Okay, here's what they're going here to do. Destroy this freshly built sentry outpost and make sure the patrolmen go down with it. Everyone, sit tight here. Be on alert. Patrolmen could be fleeing through these pots. It's a long way out from Shirazaburg, and the sentries have barely set up. They won't hold out. They'll retreat, as long as they haven't been annihilated by the guerrillas, that is. Hide yourselves. If we run into 2 or 3 patrol unit bands at once, we won't be able to take them. Tallulah, are you going alone? Let me. If we want to make contact with the guerrillas, we need to show them we're not hostile. And if we end up skirmishing, you could just as easily escape. Are you treating us like cowards? I've never met people braver than you, and that's why, to your fellow infected compatriots, you are crucial. If they want to be alive down the line, that's all the more reason they need you. Which is the better choice. You live, or we sacrifice more for my sake. It should be plenty obvious. You're still looking down on us. I've put in a great deal of thought into this decision, and everyone will be better off, by the way. So don't run your mouth. You're just pissed now. Like we're all not burning inside. If you think we don't understand you, newsflash, it feels like you don't bother getting what we think either. A decision means nothing to us. We came back with you, all the way from the northwest, and it wasn't for any decision. You fight well. You let us all eat. You taught us a hell of a lot more than we knew before. I don't understand you well, but as far as I'm concerned, you're different from the city dwellers or even the infected in the mines. You don't want us to die, right? Talulah, look at us. Think we're scared? We're no cowards. Yeah, but you can still die. You can in fact still die, infected fighter, and you do not have the benefits of being a dragon. But it never crossed your mind. Compared to drifting endlessly, we're a hell of a lot more prepared to die with you. What if I told you I saw this coming long ago and just hoped you wouldn't do it this way? Why? Because I won't die. It's okay. Let me go. Less casualties this way too. Besides, I'm the Deathless. That's the nickname they gave her, the Deathless? Are you kidding me? In the words of a repulsive monster. Wait, Talulah. Like hell we let anyone look down on us. We don't want them to think we're begging for them. Just let us come with you. No. Only executioners rank people by the murder in them. You've already won the respect by the fact that you've stepped forward. The Deathless aren't a good group. If anyone looks down on you, that's the one who truly deserves to be scorned. Sorry, hold on. Moving the microphone. Fine. Wait, Talulah, you're seriously going with just a single sword? A list of names and a book of frequency numbers too. Like they're terrible human beings? Shit. Remember, my friends, these are far more important than my sword. Talulah regretted it a little. She didn't run into the stomach-dropping terror that was the guerrillas. She didn't catch sight of their iconic Aegis. She never saw much as glimpsed a single worn-out Ursus armament, nor any of the fabled towering Sarkaz who walked with the guerrillas even. For better or worse, she encountered the Yeti squad, and it was cold. She lit a fire and jumped into the last of the patrol unit's watchtowers, out of the startled, certain gaze of a white, wrapped group of Yetis. Careful, the list doesn't burn. It's so cold, though. Too cold, she thought. Need to warm up this place a little. Cold only perceived.
The arrow has been knocked.
Yetis, perhaps you don't know me yet, but I'd like to make a request. If you could please not regard me as an enemy right now, would that be okay? I'll repay you in kind. I guarantee I wouldn't even dare to send a single spark your way. If that's still not enough for you, I can stand at the frontmost line. I'll be a vanguard. I won't guard my back. This isn't some race to piss me off, stranger. The Yeti squad doesn't like fighting dirty. In this battlefield, the patrol units are only enemies. As for you and your questions, we can talk after. That I may fight alongside the Yetis is a great honor to me. Our ice crystals won't interfere with you. That doesn't mean an arrow or two of ours won't hit you by chance, stranger. Any one guarantee far surpasses 1,000 honey words, Miss Yeti. I don't know how much you can actually help us. Huh, I forgot slow
You're in
units.
Here, Doctor.
Oh well.
Incoming. Get ready, everyone. See? More clue, doesn't it? I have to get serious now.
これ以上は進ませません。
私の役目は刀を振るうことだ。
こっち向け。
いいよ、バイバイ。わかった。私の目を見て。
Throw! Throw! Throw!
Serious now.
Not even a stirring of grass will go overlooked.
Okay, let's do this.
A word I've not heard in a long, long time.
Only blocked by operator the 2 or higher block.
The
It's
situation
yeah, might as well as E2. Watch this
such
shit.
violence will not be tolerated.
Funny.
Got it.
And then we're gonna put what's it called? Mudrock there. Oh, I forgot about that.
If you're really incapable of settling this, then let me handle it.
All right, Mudrock, you go here so that they can't access that.
I wasn't supposed to act. Sow the mountains when summer leaves the white dew. Seed the plain.
I know what you're thinking. Get already, guys.
Why is that thing not dying?
From here on, all balance held by the orders of Yan. All beasts hunted by the sons of men.
Strike them.
Need more range? Shit, I do need more range. Oh well.
Simple and clear.
Oh, the shoe skill caused it to keep going. That's right.
The situation, such violence will not be tolerated.
You go here. Shit. I'm gonna lose one. No, I need more range units.
Whew, almost dozed off.
Can I'm mad you didn't get as well that. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. No, I need more range units. Not like this. Oh. Oh. How the fuck do you get there? Oh, because Mudrock didn't block completely. Shit. That motherfucker's yeah, he was taunting me. Holy shit. Mudrock has 3 block? Oh, not 4. Shit. That guy uses 2, yeah.
I wasn't supposed to act.
Yeah, I need way more range units, honestly. Damn, these guys have decently high resistances. What the fuck is this?
From here on, all balance held by the orders of Yan. All beasts hunted by the sons of men.
Yeah, okay, so I should have faced it up, like facing guys higher up. Damn, that's unfortunate. Or not resistances, like it just... They just have really high defense, so Cutter's skill wasn't really good there. Oh well. Now we know. You Nectus, the only one that can have 4 block? I thought, can't Quercus or the, oh god, what is her name? Who's the one with 4 block? Who's the 4-star defender? I don't remember. So it starts with a C. I'm pretty sure she can have 4 block as well. Although that might be with a skill only. Yeah, Quora. Can't Quora get 4 block, but it's with a skill? It was what left the deepest impression upon her current self. It was the day her noble life came to an end. Yeah, on skill? Okay. Oh, look at this motherfucker. You're back. I thought you weren't fond of that sword. Why carry it on your person? Just me as well. Oh. The smell of mud is stuck to your clothes. No smell of blood, though, nor anything singed. Your maidservant mentioned you were in a rush to meet me, so much so you did not bathe nor change. Let me hazard a guess, you haven't done anything. Did you find a better way, Talulah, of dealing with this thorn in our side? You found a better way, and thus did not do as I told you to. Is that it? You just didn't want me to eliminate Major Antonio. You tried to trick me into killing a child. Cache, a child. Antonio was taking his son on a trip, and you had me frame him so that the gendarmerie would beat him to death on his trip, on his way to the next city over. His son would have had no chance of escaping. Antonio makes an art of covering himself. You should have easily been able to tell that the young boy was not his son. Gorsby, what the fuck? What did I just read? I've taught you this. In times when we have greater goals, we cannot avoid making sacrifices in our morality and resources. Given you've let Antonio go, the next time he surfaces may well be in the residence of some Victorian Secret Service official. Those horrid felines would then may surely make a fine point of our 4 neighboring cities' shipping routes for the whole year, and take it as a pretense to identify our trading partners, investigate our resources, draw an outline of our import and export itineraries, and produce a clear grasp of our defense arrangements. I've already destroyed the files. Wonderful, very well done. You're quite capable, aren't you? But Talulah, how do you intend to certify, to at all assert, that Antonio had never seen in those records before? If he did not know their contents, why take them with him? And how do you go to prove that he betrayed your dukedom, betrayed Ursus? Why didn't you go to question him or seize him? Why go straight to eliminating him? I do not need to give proof. Questioning him would grant him the opportunity to dispute his charges and escape punishment. His conduct cannot be pardoned. If he may have possibly done so, then, as far as I'm concerned, as Ursus is concerned, as the laws and decrees are concerned, that is sufficient. He cannot. He is not allowed to have possibly done so. Antonio has already been dealt with. After you destroyed the files, my scales clean up the remainder for you. I knew it. I just knew you wouldn't let him go. I've only been training you ceaselessly so that you may step by step become ever better. Now, as you see that you have once again failed my expectations. Now you do not work as well as you did last time, Talulah. Your performance at the Shavuta conference was outstanding, Talulah, and you are to admit that, too, that you revel in how it feels. How it feels to stand on a peerless summit. Don't ridicule me. Everything about you only stokes the anger in me into a roar. Then you must surely revel even more in the feeling of perfection. I'm very clear of your misgivings, and I understand how you think too. That is why the scales let that boy acting as son to run free. How about that, Talulah? That wasn't something out of your reach of your lone capability, is it? The boy in question was his son. Was his son. It makes no difference if he wasn't. When that boy comes of age, he'll find you, and he'll take revenge for his father. Then perhaps you should prepare. Prepare for some far-flung moment to take revenge for your own father. Talulah, The one who killed him is still alive and well, after all. I've given you this answer before. You must be sufficiently trained to the point you are capable of personally avenging him. And you currently are not yet, so... You can shut up now, Kashe. Accepting that, Talulah, accepting your own personal wants, I do have ever high hopes that you may become an outstanding individual. An executioner? A leader gendarme? A noble officer? A conspirator? A killing machine of a caster? When you say I'm an outstanding individual, is that what you mean? Talulah, no. I long for an heir. I never imagined you'd say something so sickening outright. But, well, I'm sorry, Duke. Your hopes are all fruitless. I can see you've gotten fired up. Tell me then, Talulah, tell me something. What is it that you've done that has you so pleased with yourself? Half a year ago, I got hold of a small splinter of Originium ore, and can you guess what I did with it? I embedded it in my own arm. Oh? Oh, that was Talulah, with wonderful results. I am infected already. I am infected now, Duke Kashe. My life is wound short, and your schemes, your plans, your investments are all for naught. You'll have no way to use me ever again. Everything I am was by your own design, wasn't it? And now, no longer. Truly an unforeseen method. Does it taste good? The flavor of your conspiracy bled dry? Kashe, I've already become what in Ursus and the world at large most reviles. We most despicable infected. What? We most despicable infected? What the fuck? We most okay. Across the cities, the tundras, the barrens, we most depraved and lowly infected. And if your sister saw you like this, would she be happy? Don't you? What is it that made you scheme? Rebel against me so, my daughter? You. Kashe, you son of a bitch. You deceived me. Lied to me. You said Wei Yingwu masterminded the murder of my father. You never told me they confronted you together, drove you out of Lungmen. You never told me what role you played in my father's death. Even if Wei Yingwu killed him, even if he is guilty, even if he deserves to die for it, you can't escape blame either. On the surface, you treat your subjects well, help with settling the villages around this city, give the infected stable residence. But in actuality, you have the infected and your own residents living entirely different lives. You let the inhabitants feed their own egos on the infected. You've taken this city, plundering its own residents, and embellished it into a duty, to the point that they push around the infected and the nomadic non-dwellers to bring themselves comfort. Is this your dukedom, then? Is this your city and your rule? Using inequality to mold a facade, and a facade to expand your influence? I cannot endure this any longer. Even if I didn't fault your hypocritical means and twisted tricks, your pathological lies and false benevolence already had me at wit's end. I've taught you this before, Talulah. I've taught you, in this period of excessive calm, they cannot accept mutual, equal treatment. Not unless we draw this period of mediocrity to an end. You and I may accept their autonomy, just as the Colombians and Syracusans have. But what of themselves? They will elect their next consul and their next lord, because they do not esteem others, they only fear authority and violence. Not only that, they don't allow for anyone braver than themselves, smarter than themselves, kinder, more merciful. Not unless you are their duke or their emperor. You sympathize with them. You sympathize with my subjects. Sympathize with such residents whose backs are forced against the wall by tax collectors and bureaucrats. That is wonderful. Moreover, even if you continue to force yourself to spit vile slurs that humiliate the infected, so I do vaguely recall. Oh my god, he's bringing out the receipts. He's bringing out the fucking Xbox chat logs. You constantly made revisions to my policies in ever greater attempts to protect them, so much that you didn't even fear arousing the citizens' wrath. I have spent a great deal of time ironing their moods out, Talulah. I'm not sympathizing with them. You certainly do love them. Why you? I'm very gratified, Talulah, that you should truly care for them. You've come to resemble me more and more, my daughter. Who the hell gave you the right to keep saying this crap? But your superficial actions will not and cannot succeed. And what makes you think you know what I'm gonna do? You don't have the power. No matter what should all the people in the sum desire to reach one single good outcome, these people, as ever, still may fall. Talulah, Talulah. It is because the golden outcome of theirs and your daydreams are fundamentally distinct. You have no ability to make differing people endorse some identical action. Their disputes will clash and devolve, and that cannot be avoided. How can a Sarkaz face a Sancta? How can a soul from Casimirs face a soul from Ursus? How can a sturdy yet tiresome bear face an arrogant yet impotent hippogriff? You think to let them know how to act? What an arrogant notion, my daughter. You wish to take this appearance and this rank of yours, and appeal to them to do something? Ah, of course, this I know, you certainly could do so. Talulah, in time you will rule those destined to follow you. You have inherited the Black Snake's knowledge. The Red Dragon's blood flows through you. You walk the bear's land, and you thumb through the hippogriff's history. No person should be born to be ruled by another, but they crave your rule. For all their lives, they've been waiting someone like you to rule over them. Ursus may well tremble for you, my daughter. Those who rule others will inevitably be ruled by themselves by the stronger cachet. Ah, now that is a concept close to me, Talulah. Let me give you your final lesson then. Talulah, we will come to transcend this sort of transient worldly rule. The last emperor is dead, yet his shadow is still cast upon these great lands of ours. His will, his force of mind has already passed beyond that era. He inherited the true empire of Ursus, sustains Ursus's flourishing lands, lest the people of Ursus live. Should we lose the sun, the luxuriant branches and stems that Ursus grows will at once wither away, and all that will remain across this world is inferior creatures, even more putrid, sucking the nutrients from each other. Those people you have seen, they take pleasure in savagery, widespread slaughter, masochism, and are at once fearful and selfish. You dream of education and ideology to draw them in, enlighten them, but you don't know that they bear not the slightest interest in what you have to say. Talulah, you deserve to know this. They have survived across this world of ours for countless years and have become accustomed to a certain deep-rooted way of life. You are merely but a stranger crashing in on it. So-called rulers, so-called nobles, so-called armies, merely the people of strength, the people lapped in luxury, the people who withstood training. Domains can shift, armies can rebuild, rules can fall to ruin. No rule can endure except where the voluntary will of the Ursus' people follows. They will never be ruled, they only press forth forever. The small charity you make is exchanged for obedience, for unrealistic expectations. And how the hell would you know what they're meant to be? It was Ursus that ravaged them to that point. I'm very clear about it. I'm all too clear about it. And this is why you think they will go with you, for their bread, their potatoes, their clean water and bonfires. Is this how you would promise them? They will. And then, once they starve, their first thought will be to make a meal of your corpse. If you carry such unrealistic fantasies of them, you will hate them. And you will surely hate them. Cachet, I'm not you. I am nothing whatsoever like you. And yet you are already the same as me. You have simply not been roused from your daydreams yet. In the truth, you can and may leverage all that you have at hand. If you have some goal, then go. Use the terror to destroy terror. Use life to rule life. Use sacrifice to guide sacrifice. Use ignorance to breed ignorance. Use suffering to manufacture suffering. You have learned all these methods. They are already your arms. All that's left is to learn to make use of them, to get used to them. Until your beloved people understand, in the true sense of the word, their country and their significance of their existence. I can't even tell what you're spouting all this hell-ridden doctrine for, if anything. All this is fact. All this you will confront. How about this, my daughter? You don't trust me, so I wish to make a wager with you. In these many years, the original arts I've cultivated in you have long since budded. Their time to fruit is already now. In your life to come, you need only raise doubt on all you persist in. You need only raise the slightest hatred of the ones you proclaim your compatriots, and those who you think ought to be free. And you will immediately settle this wager between us. It is whether, in that moment, you will walk the path I taught you. Perhaps in these coming years, you will be fortunate enough to avoid those conditions yet. You may, with sheer luck, be living within a fairy tale land. Perhaps the people before you, Asian kid, will have chance to have secret sorrows. They can be understood, explained. Oh, they were forced into helplessness. I can wait. This country can wait. Be it 3 years, 5 years, a decade, a century, you will only arrive at the same answer. Though you will not live an infected life for long, I know that day will come. The Empire of Ursus finds itself in a period of repeated ailment. Crops will not grow on the soils of the barrens. Soil in the shadow can only bear forth flowers of corruption. You may be betrayed by those you adored. You may witness the moments in which your friends died for you. You may realize the expectations you hold for the future have lost all meaning. Because all that you do, in the other people's eyes, still cannot make up for the pressure you bring about with your appearance, your status. You will realize it can all be sacrificed. You will realize that they all love themselves more than the neighbors. You will come to know that your proud struggle symbolizes nothing at all. You will come to see these great lands you threw yourself to do not want you. You will see your thoughts, your actions become non-existent. You will see them spurn all you revered, your life, your dignity, and philosophy void of all significance. Because these people, who you suppose to call noble, are but ambling corpses. All I have encountered, you will encounter too. You want me to surrender? No, I truly am using these Originium arts. This is no deception, nor a threat. Oh, that said, my arts are utterly feeble. All I have taught you constitutes the foundation of these arts. These arts, in the moment you reject me, will carry no moment impact whatsoever. But should you recognize me, should you understood me, should you realize just the sort of world you're standing in? Tick-tock, tick-tock, chime, chime, chime. You will become me. Ursus's future will from then on be in your hands. What are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean by all this? Conscious manipulation? Thought suggestion? Have you gone insane? It was you who taught me to withstand these arts. It was you who taught me how to break free from the Psyche's Originium arts. Stop. Why would I use such contemptible, destructive arts on my own heir? My arts only expedited a course of events. Expedited your recognition of this great world of ours. You're questioning yourself, you're doubting yourself, loathing yourself, and seeing clearly anew your own course. Sans these arts... Sans Undertale? Sans these arts, all this still would have happened. They were just to get you there a little faster. Everyone in the city, living a make-believe normal life, has learned to hypnotize themselves. They are skilled in escaping from the fact, taming themselves with rules and morals, using the lowly shell of the loser to hide just how easily harmed they are by cruel reality. But I have supplied you a set of armor, a set of arms, and an ego. These can save you your self-doubt and self-harm in the course of it all. Save you your distress, your struggle, conserve your time. You will stand up ever faster than you were kicked down by reality, and you will be reborn. You needn't spend too much of your life denying yourself. All that I have taught you will once again bear anew within your mind, and you will, as if spinning silk from a cocoon, weave anew the knowledge. You will rid yourself of your superstitions and your well-rounded garden of wisdom. Find a path winding yet with certain end. Talulah, Ursus's destiny breathes as one with you. The black snake shall walk with you. This immortal will shall never die. Are you cursing me? Are you trying to use yourself to mold me? No, Talulah, this is not a curse. This is a blessing. I bless you, my daughter. The moment you wake from your unrealistic fancy of human nature, you will be conscious of why we struggle so for this land's most beautiful future. Yan language. Shut it. You're full of utter shit. I never taught you such inflammatory Yan vernacular, but it may serve you to learn some. That's the role you'll be playing soon after all. Ha, obviously. You didn't let me talk to you like this in public, so I'd maintain my so-called image. It was to cover you. I calculate so, as to make you think of others, but you denounce my proposals, profane my language. You've remembered all that I've taught you, and now want to flee Talulah. But I'm not worried, because in the end you will come back to this path. The space between people is filled with hatred, and by that hatred they are ruled. Love births hate, indecision births hate, admiration births hate. Hatred is the inevitable outcome of interaction. It takes as little as 2 people to facilitate a sort of rule, unless they are like me and love all people equally. Will you hate me, Talulah? For what I have done, this world will do to you, that is all. What you do has nothing to do with me, nothing at all. I'll have no part of it, none. Ah, good. Truly splendid. How long has it been since gameplay? It feels like it's been like 10 minutes. Do not inherit the name, to not harness the authority, to not exploit the position. Wonderful, my child, you have great resolve. Go and establish your cause by your own hand, and if you don't wish to inherit my domain and political resources, my wealth and my power, then by all means, you may seize them yourself. That you could do so would still fulfill my greatest dreams. No one told you you could define my aspirations. No, of course, I wouldn't dream of doing so. But no cachet would be willing to accept such a present. To our diligent, prideful selves, it would be an insult. I have already taught you everything I can. As for all your goals from here on, they will be your own. My daughter, you truly are outstanding. You break off from all you've known without a second thought, in exchange for a new novel path. Hey, chat, don't fall asleep. We still have like another module to go through. The infected will open up the very different sort of territory for you. Your actions upon this land we call Ursus will be unprecedented. She unsheathes her sword. I only came face to face with you today for one thing. I didn't think I'd be forced to sit through your wicked venomous sermon. Ah, have I been waiting for this day? I often wondered if Wei Yanwu missed the chance to kill me, and instead would send one of his hands to do it. So it was you. It was always going to be you. To be an executioner for the one who murdered your father, and in place of him, who you bear hatred, to kill who he hates, oh, what a beautiful outcome. Your slaughter testifies to my point of view. I shall gladly give up resistance and die by your hand, my daughter. This action will form a bridge towards truth and allow my death to forge your foundations. I'm not your daughter. I'm not. I'm killing you to put a stop to your evil once and for all. And then, Talulah, you will do evil. I've heard enough. And then you will do good. And you will recognize all the good I did. Ah, this sword. I never had the housekeeper confiscate it. I'm not fond of this sword. You carry arts much more than you use arts much more than you use swords, but you were still allowed to carry it. It will remind you where you came from. A great roar, and you will witness our path, yours and mine. Do you hate me, Talulah? I won't be taken in, you rotten putrid snake. You're a villain beyond all else. Your life ends here. Yeah. Holy shit. Only the lobe of my lung. Your strike was not accurate. I won't hate you, Cachet. I may hate your endless, long-witted, rancid sophistry, but you yourself haven't earned my hate. I pity you. Your death only testifies to your loneliness, your vain attempt to turn yourself into a mirage. I'll let you know the sheer absurdity of all you espoused. Not that you'd be able to know now. Wonderful. With my death, Wei may feel a weight off him too. I look forward to when you bear your regret, your hate. Remember this. Oh, so, Talulah, remember this. Your end is in me. Talulah very carefully pulls out the sword from the Duke's chest. Her mind is somewhere far, far away. She leaves the towering castle, leaves the city, outruns her pursuers. The seeds already planted, waiting only to sprout. And so you came all the way to where we were. All of that was years ago now. After Cachet died, did anything happen in the city? Did you run into any trouble? If anything else happened, I probably wouldn't have ever reached your village. The city, after I left, I heard Cachet's domain and wealth were clearly carved up amongst the 4th Army. And as far as I go, nobody cares. Now who'd care about some city girl? Not when she made herself scarce. I did wander too far though. I only came to my senses once I was already at the old couple's place. Trust me, back then, my brain was the picture of a mess. I can barely even remember what I encountered along the way. Ma'am said that the day you came, you were bloody, tip to tail. It was half a miracle she could still wash those clothes clean. Did you ever wonder if maybe our village would secretly kill you? Wait, where's this coming from? Well, I'm just guessing. You must have thought of it. What chapter is this? This is 8. This is chapter 8. Or episode 8, chapter 5? You wouldn't do that. Your harvests were good. You just put out the evening dances bonfire. You had fenced burdened beasts. And decorations hung outside on the walls. Your lives might have been tough, but you still enjoyed how you lived. Oh yeah, if you're on episode 4, this is kind of spoilers. So, as much as I would love to have you here, you might want to avoid the spoilers. You wouldn't have killed me after that. Not even the dance would feel right anymore. Who kills someone and stays calm as a lake? Only vicious monsters would. And they're not common at all. Don't you think you're too optimistic about people? I've seen too many bad things. In so many cases, they were done by those without another choice. Yeah, go get you too. That's a good decision. If they had the choice to make, I know that the vast majority of people across the whole wide world would choose to be a good people. And nothing like what Cachet said. He said that all people were disgraceful, that you'd hate them and they're evil in the end, all because you were so kind-hearted. What a horrible curse to want to make. It's about as poisonous as words can get. And that's why I'm sure I'll never hate anyone. Everything they do has a reason behind it. You want me to watch over you? Maybe that wouldn't be so bad. What about after I'm gone? You'd have to figure things out on your own then. It's bad luck to be so ominous, you know. We'll always have to confront it. Us little infected sooner or later have to make our exits. Taking the little time we have left and doing something that makes the fact we live worthwhile. There's nothing bad about that. I think the same way. It might not be easy, Alina. It might not be easy, but I still believe the infected should reunite as one. We should still examine where we belong again in Ursus. If possible, this world should in turn examine its own deeds. After that, it's not just the infected. Not just the infected. Whether Ursus, Victoria, Lathanian, regardless of country, regardless of race, regardless of your background, we'll sear away all these things that divide us. We should all have lives where we deserve to be equally loved. If someone stands in the way of that life, then we'll take back what's rightfully ours. How are we still yapping? How are we still in story? Ugh. If you want to do it, you can give it a trial run first. We'd probably be wiped out to the last. Wasn't your first step to challenge Ursus anyways? No matter what we do, it's all a challenge to Ursus. But when we give some, we gain some, despite the fact that the return isn't certain to be for us. I can't call to mind things as wicked as you could, but my impression is that things in this world might not be as good as you often suppose. You mean? Talulah, do you only give so that you can gain? Alina, no, that's not right. What you're asking for is 2. I know, but you need to think that way. I won't. I definitely won't. I believe all we've done will bear good fruit, and the reason is simple to match, because they deserve that fruit. Because the creatures of this world deserve that fruit. Okay, let's go. Are you gonna join with the gorillas? I need them to approve of me first. It'll be difficult. It'll take more than difficulty to slow me down. How long have I been reading for? I think I finished the mission at like 9:10 or something. And now it is 9:40. Frost Noah, here's the person who helped us back there. Keep your bolts knocked. Ugh. You're just like the rumors say. So cold, you Yetis. Cold enough to outstrip this awful winter weather. Are you their commander? Infected? Yes. You need to explain then. Why are you wearing an Ursus military officer's uniform? I've come up with a lot of lines for that. Any preference? Fire. Wait, you just don't do humor, do you? Are you the Yeti squad's leader? Why haven't you fired? She really did just help us now, sister. Promise. It's true, Yetis. I came here to seek assistance, as well as to assist you. Assist us? Let's shake on it, Captain Yeti. When conveying sincerity, I hope to all go the equal and dignified route. I hope we can both have ourselves a dignified, tranquil, level dialogue. No. Try it. I think I've pegged who you are. Those originating crystals they're carrying have your arts, don't they? If I'm able to melt your ice, would you be willing to hear me out for a bit? Dream on. You couldn't. Let's try it.
This kill... too small.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. It's M84 now. Let me go get water. I went from one yap to another. Oh my god. The longest yap aware. Alright, hold on. Let me look Alright. So what is the highest R8 level? Is it R8 11? Am I halfway? I'm not halfway? Oh, fuck. Am I enjoying the yap? I'm enjoying the story. What the fuck you mean I'm not halfway? There's a few bosses this chapter? Ah, fuck. All ideals, once transmitted, will eventually be corrupted or altered. Only through... Oh, I'm 40% of the way there. I'll take it. Chapter long. It's okay. I have to wake up early for work tomorrow, so I'll probably end after this reading. And then tomorrow, I will have a bunch of tea and liquids so that I can keep my throat not fucked up. And then... I will also start earlier because apparently this shit is all yapping. W Omega lol work. Yeah, we have to... Linda, we're working. We have to go to W Omega lol work. Anyway. Only through practice can an ideal be proven. And as we know, once something happens, it cannot be undone. What does all that mean? Rhodes Island, we invite you to fight with us. That's what I said. I only speak Ursine. You also asked me in Ursine, so you should have understood. You know these Chernobog industrial machines better than us, yes? You must have had a lot more training in such things than we have. We're better fighters. If you want into the tower, you must have a plan to shut down this thing too. You can't let it get close to the way. You can't let it close the way. We need to split our guerrilla forces, sending at least 3/4 of our men to protect the infected around the city, or they're doomed. Reunion under Talulah is out of control. We've seen enough revenge killings on Chernobog. Even with just 1/4 of our full strength, we have what it takes to beat Talulah's stupid guards. But we could use some help right now. We'd be able to better capitalize on our victories if we had it. There's secret hidden yapping? Ah! Our originating altars are down. The devils are handy in a fight, but they've got nothing on the captain's legendary strength. It's optional. Yeah, it's optional, but we need more firepower. Who calls the shots for you? Is it the Countess or the Feline? You're both plenty strong. You could handle it. You'll have to ask Amiya. I'm just an operator. I do get a reward for discovering the secret yap. Countess, what do you say? Sir, what matters is if your reunion is still dedicated to helping the infected. As long as it's not some infected Ursus political project, we'll proudly agree. But I'm worried. About what? There's still a lot of open wounds from our conflicts with Reunion. We can't overlook them. We could say we're willing to forgive or beg forgiveness, but we have to think about those we lost or who suffered. What was that scream? That scream was me. That scream was me realizing I still have to... There's still so much. Especially. Reunion... Because, okay. Let me put it in perspective. I was fine with the yapping when it was like one solidified dialogue. What I'm not fine with has been this entire chapter being 20 minutes of yapping on one mission and then immediately going into a 30-minute yap on the other one with no gameplay. Reunion killed my friend, and we just killed someone you looked up to. I get it. I killed your family, didn't I? You can't forgive that. But you're infected. If we don't let you in, we're disobeying orders. Our current orders are to crush Talulah and her minions, and anyone who disobeys that order is to be killed. So you're letting it go? Can you let it go? Yes, you killed our family. You killed our commander, our leader, our captain. But we're not going to come to blows over it. You don't want revenge? Of course we do. I'm not done yet. Let me finish, Feline. But whatever we've got between us personally doesn't matter in the face of the mission. There's more important places to direct our hate. Hate. You get it, don't you, Feline? That Countess with you is a kid with her head in the clouds, just like the captain said. Don't talk about Amiya like that. If you really buy into her dreams of reforming everybody, then by all means go along with her. You'll get stabbed in the back, and you won't know until it's too late. You won't be able to save your friends. It all sounds good in theory, but you can't really put it into practice. And us, we believe in the captain. All this way, he's shown us a different way, beyond the endless wars of Ursus. He's showed us a noble path of revenge and ruin. A path of ruin? To ruin our enemies. How to pick out your enemies and then ruin them. But who is your enemy? Can you really act like it's a good thing to spread hate, hurt people, start wars, and generally cause misery? Haven't you lost enough friends? Didn't Ursus? The last emperor promised us an end to this war. We believed in that vision. Later, it'll probably take me hours on gameplay. Fuck. But I don't see an end in you. Should we just reason with them? They don't listen. Some people are asses. Some are just evil and need to die. Listen to me, Feline. You won't get the satisfaction you want from killing your enemies. For the simple reason that's not where it ends. If you're committed to that path, then take it all the way. Kill everything, cleanse the country of its filth. And when at last you look over the silent white field of snow, then you can know the happiness. What the fuck? Shield Guard. Do not tell the mentally unstable arts caster that can wipe out a city block to kill the entire country. Refrain. Do not the cat. Do not the feline. Think about it, and then we start killing. Kill the monster in the tower who sent our people to die. Kill the tyrants who lord over the cities. Kill the useless eaters and the traitors in the army. And at last, kill the miserable Ursus ministers who poisoned the emperor with their lies. Kill them all. Then you look back and see what you've done. See those who deserve to live on, their peaceful lives free from the fear of starvation being forced upon them. Rosmontis is as stable as Rosmontis is as stable as a fucking boogie board. No, not boogie board. As a fucking log on the river. You can sit on it. You can stand on it. You are going to fall. I mean, that's what you're doing here, right? You killed those who kill your friends. You want to kill Talulah, obviously. What else would we want? Will the captain ever be able to rest in peace as long as she lives? What about Yelena and her Yetis? or the countless reunion brothers who she used as cannon fodder. We've been waiting for a savior, a good emperor, a hero, and we're sick of waiting. What did all that waiting get us? A great emperor has fallen, with no one to carry on his legacy, with greedy, self-interested men fighting over the scraps, ripping our country in two, and milking the people dry. Our savior was buried alive, and the hero died right in front of us. Not yet that you would understand, but maybe you'll understand something else. Feline, have you ever lost a loved one? I can see it in your eyes. I'm done talking to you. But you'll listen, Feline. You have the eyes of a warrior. Motherfucker. She's cute, too cute to be unstable, says Chatter walking into the red flags. It's literally the fucking meme of like, wow, that's such a big red flag. It's a good thing I'm colorblind, or what, or like, red's my favorite color. It's like, no, shut the fuck up. Red flags are not what you want. Come on now. The ceiling layer is still rising. It hasn't stopped at all. It'll take some time to adjust the Originium drive. It better not take too long. If this thing seals up, then the hope of a trial goes with it for at least a few hundred years. So you gorillas don't just fight for the infected. Obviously, the infected are just one reason to fight. You can have as many as you want. The one and only reason we took to the tundra was the injustice and disorder of Ursus. The captain told us the infected didn't have to live like this. It's Ursus that tortures the infected to achieve their ends. Picture it. Our great march. The captain brought us all here. Could that really just be for the infected? We crossed from border to border, passing by all the hardened cities, taking control of the lifeblood of the Empire, uniting to strike at the heart of the rotting country. Don't tell me you've never considered it, Countess. You're not like this just because you're infected. If they treat everyone right, equally, maybe you wouldn't have even gotten infected. Did you miss anything? We discovered civilians. And civilians suck. Also, I have Itsushu and Zole. Think about it. How many city dwellers, nobles, and merchants and performers got infected? And then how many out in the wilderness, the outskirts, and the mines? That's why we need to get revenge. On who? Everyone who gets in our way. That's not right, Amiya. Don't you hate the people who made us what we are? I'm not talking about righting the wrongs of the infected. I mean, it's wrong to turn this into like a way to blow off steam. That's what's wrong. It is to us, for their own sakes. They turned us into monsters, and I hate them. Preach, Feline. No, that's not right. This motherfucker. Hey, stop corrupting our innocent ace operator. I'm sorry. This is going to hurt. I'm sorry. Amiya, this shouldn't have happened to you. It's not right. But, Amiya, why do you say that? Don't you think we should hate them? You can't say they didn't steal our lives from us. I don't want to forget. I don't want to forget my friends and family. I could have worn clothes I liked and gone to the school I wanted. I could have got to know my mom and dad and everyone. I could have my brothers. Rosmontis, calm down. I can't. I won't let this go, Amiya. I can't. If I have to get hurt to protect them, if I have to suffer to keep them from suffering, then I'll take it all. If killing the people who ruined our lives would make you all feel even a little bit better, and if you're not willing to do it, then let me do it for you. Rosmontis, Amiya, we've got a transmission from the engineer team. Something weird's happening. The drive system isn't moving. Is it the enemy? Captain, if you can hear me, this is... No, they must be. Captain, look out for Get back. Jump. Hurry. What the fuck? What happened? Come in. Do you copy? Lavaca. Bluish silver. No. The ceiling layer is still rising. Did the engineering team get ambushed? No, it can't be. Bluish silver. I can't reach her. I can't feel her anymore. Prepare the explosives. Let's blow the whole joint. If we destroy the ceiling layer, it'll take a few blocks with it. There's still some infected who didn't want to join Reunion hiding in the area. There's no time. If we keep waiting, only more people will die. We've lost comms. If you don't like my plan, then give me a better one. No. Absolutely not. No. I get where you're coming from. I don't know, it's just... My team, my squad, they did everything right. How could this happen to them? If you need strength, if you need to destroy, I can do it. I can do it better. Rosmontis. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Rosmontis, curl your fingers. I just tear. Destroy. Uh-oh. What? The ceiling layer is stopping? I can do it! An explosion? No way. The feline. How is she tearing that thing apart? What? How? It's almost like... Shh. It's like the first time you saw Frostnova and Talulah, isn't it? Just wait until our infections get worse. Maybe you'll see some more. Amiya, I'm cold. My head. Rosmontis, I've got you. Hold on tight. Don't let go. She shredded the ceiling layer all by herself? Not for long, but it should be enough to get us through the sector. I need a medic. Ah, it's scratching me. It's scratching at me. These are negative emotions and side effects of direct arts. They all have to do with bluish silver's memories. Rosmontis, look at me. Look at my eyes. The black lines flow from the finger of the Lord of Fiends right into the feline's eyes. She really is. I know, Amiya, I know. Don't ever do that again. But even if I tell you, you'll... Sorry, I won't change. Well done, feline. You really did it. Brothers, let's move out. Through the fire and the hail of bolts we go. You should rest here for a while, Rhodes Islanders. Just give me a minute. Guerrilla fighter? We don't have a way to stay in communication. Even the operator with you there doesn't have the comms we need to carry out this operation. If the shield guards really need our help, then you have to know what we're going to do at least. Good thinking. Couldn't hurt to give you a minute. Especially with all this little feline did for us. Rosmontis. I'll be fine. I have to keep fighting. I have to find my team. Okay, I know. It's Madam Chen again. Oh, it's Bagpipe! So you're really going back? Definitely. But you told me you don't know if your friend in Ursus is alive or dead. What's the point in going back to Lungmen? Why not go right to Ursus after graduation then? Ursus wouldn't give someone like me an entry permit. No way. Oh, it's really so sad to see you go right after you finish. You're such a clever girl, Chen Chen. You'd make senior lecturer in no time. Give it 2 years and can go anywhere in the world you want, eh? Alright, bye Urim. Don't ever call me that again, please. And what about you? Me? You know me. I'm not stupid. But compared to you, well, I only eked out passing grades in those joint operations. You just finished your military strategy course? Almost failed that one a bunch of times. You've got a better head on your shoulders than 98% of Victoria, at least on paper. But I don't see myself becoming a lecturer. I think I'm better off going to look for a fight than setting myself up as a command or logistics officer. You really don't fear death. A Victorian soldier can end up running into all sorts of things on the battlefield. But I know our enemies sure as hell don't want to run into any Victorian soldiers on the battlefield. What I really worry about is sitting in front of a strategic map, messing up my head till I only see human lives as numbers. That's the scariest thing. A soldier on the front lines needs somebody to tell her what to do, and what not to do. Only when you're in the thick of it do you see how cruel war is, and how important it is to stop. You really want to change Victoria? I thought that was a drunken ramble. Nah, not at all. Is that weird? I just want to do some good. Doing good isn't easy. But it's the reason I'm going back to Lungmen. Lungmen's had enough of the bad. I'll stay there, fix up the bad things, stop it from getting worse. So you're gonna go back to become a cop? A cop? Wow. I always thought you had the look of a girl who could give a good beating to a hooligan. I've got a gift. You're getting ahead of yourself. But the police, that's not a bad idea. It'd probably be a great place to pick up clues about what happened back then, and what's happening now. I wouldn't have to rely on my old schemer of an uncle. Honestly, I was worried you'd head to military intelligence. My little Chen Chen is scary enough. I can't imagine how scary she'd be as a spook. And I'll have your bloody head off. Hey, no need to get angry. Alright, I can take it. We'll see how much you can take. Oh, someone's at the door. Just a sec. Coming. Message for Miss Chen Huitia. Post transcribed. Check your terminal. I have to confirm in person that you've read it yourself. Why all the trouble? I'll take a look. What is this? I'd say that counts as you having received the message. The Academy doesn't review highly classified material. So, If you have any further inquiries about the content, I'll advise you to reply to the sender. Anything else I can do for you? After that, if that's all, I'll be on my way. Have a good afternoon. There we go. Why do they walk so funny? I don't like the look of your face there. Did the message sock you in the jaw? I don't even know what I'm feeling. They picked up my friend's trail. Well, isn't that good? No. It just led to her disappearing again. She killed the one who took her, and then we lost her again. But at least she's still alive. That's true. I'm going right back to Lungmen after graduation. Huh? But, well, isn't your friend in Ursus? I really thought you'd be heading that way. I was thinking of knitting you a few scars as a goodbye gift. I wouldn't be able to do much in Ursus, but back in Lungmen, I'll have a chance to spread my influence. The city of Lungmen is a lot stronger than me alone. I'm going to find her. As move at a teardrop's point. Once known, be deft. What? Oh my god, that took 20 minutes of yapping. R86. E215, Talulah. Oh! Patriot's Originium Altar. Periodically release gas in the surrounding 4 tiles, inflicting heavy damage. It probably functions like this. I just need to hold them here. Yeah, I just do like a hold. Oh, hold on, surrounding 4 tiles? Oh, 4 tiles. So I just hold them here. Interesting. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to hold them anywhere else but here, because this is all no mark. Alright. I have to wake up or work early tomorrow. We will do R86 tomorrow. We'll start 1 hour earlier than normal. Let us claim these for the dailies. Oh shit. Hold on, what's my schedule? Oh yeah, schedule is on my community tab if you guys haven't seen it. I missed the peak animation. We will watch the peak animation in a bit. Alright, we'll watch the peak animation tomorrow or something. Are you talking about the peak animation is part of the story? It's unlocked from a stage? Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I'll get it eventually. Okay. Yeah, I will watch that later. But schedule is, if I can find it, I'll show it real quick. Schedule. Gonna get clue 6. Oh, I didn't realize you were missing that. This is schedule. It's Arknights. Tomorrow, I know I said I'm taking a break. Let's be real, I'm not taking a break. The 4th is Arknights farming, and I know I said Arknights story on the 5th. I completely forgot that the Rainbow Six event is coming out on Thursday, so we will probably play that instead. And then Friday is, I don't know, maybe Arknights. It's probably gonna be Arknights. Anyway, thank you all for swinging on by. And so no break and no break. My break will be I don't have to keep yapping because we'll play the Rainbow Six event. Full stream on the 5th. We're not doing viewer polls. I'm not doing viewer polls. I do not trust myself. Like, I do not trust my luck. I have 5 here. I need to pick up the oh yeah, it's from the certificate store. I can buy these now. I used 2 to pull real quick on Reed Altar. Sadly didn't get it. Oh yeah, hold on.
What a beautiful sunset. It
Hold
would
on,
be even
that's not
more romantic.
Okay, so I have 5 pulls here. I have 35-30 around I get 20 freebies from the Rainbow Six event. Okay, that's good. I have 35-30. I have 373 OP. So there's no way I don't get like 1 Ella, right? And I also still haven't bought. I forgot to buy the headhunting pack from last month. It's completely free to play. I never claimed to be free to play. I never claimed that. I just said it'd be funny. Day 1 and the second 10 pool. 710 pools right there, yeah. And then, yeah. Yeah, you're forced to play. Max fitty is 120, get 20 freebies. Oh, I see. Okay. But yeah, so we'll pull because I want to get all the Rainbow Six operators. I want to get Ilya. I want to get or Iana, whatever her name is. I want to get Doc. I want to get Fuse gets free, and then I want to get Ella. So I need to at least get them. And then we'll do it again for when the I care less about Frost and Ash. Ash is nice, but I care less about it. Get the one you're missing next time. Yeah. Cause it's what is it? It's Ash, Frost, Tachanka, and Blitz. Okay, I want to get Blitz, even if he's not useful. I want to get Blitz for. I need them for. Oh shit! I do need them for Dorm Zero. I forgot about Dorm Zero. Fuck. Okay. If I hold on. So yeah, Tajon's free. You know, Survivor stream. Look at what is that? That's 260, 392, 472, 45. Okay. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how my pools go. Ash is the key for that dorm. Fuck. We will see how it goes. Anyway, thank you all. It's 30 pools and 20 is free. Oh, right. Oh, that's not bad. But yeah. We will, yeah, god damn it, I really do need all of them. And then W comes around. Oh, we have W, and then we have fucking Logos. Oh, no, W is in, is W November? Is Wizardo November? I don't remember. No, yes, November? Okay. I will probably be able to build up my LMD stockpile. But anyway, other than that, thank you all very much. God, I have more Arknights reading tomorrow. Fucking Yap Nights. Anyway, thank you all for swinging by. Bye. Oh, actually, mandatory shill memberships are open. At a certain point, when AdSense just brings it up to the 100, close to the 100 mark, I'm just gonna gift a bunch of subs so that I can claim it, and some of you will get emotes. Anyway, bye.